Hey guys, everybody. We're here again. I'm here with the lovely Christie Shinn. Hi, how are you?
I've been doing good. Finished artwork for a book, not Demon Bitch, that's all done, but finished that, so I'm very happy. And so I get to go and send that off to my client. Now I have to go and do other shit by getting that other stuff done. So I have to finish the layout of the book, but it's good.
Yes,
Client's happy
that's
with
awesome.
the work so far. Yeah.
Yay, that's amazing. All right, let's take a quick say hey to the chat. All the way from the UK, the greatest farter of all time. What is up, Glenn? How are you? All the way from New Mexico. What's up, Las Cruces? Also, what's up, Rude? How are you doing? Hi, Phil. I also like pie. What kind of pie do you like, Phil? Hey, baby, what's happening? Also, bitchin' new surfboards that you got today. That's amazing. Hey, Beefaroni, what's happening? Hey, Headless, how are you? Hi, John. Hi, how are you? What up, Spooky? What's up? Let's see. Well, what are you saying? Hey. You hate countdown timers? You know, Journey, I might just restart it right now. Just because of you.
Oh, just to spite you.
Just to spite you. Hey, Punchy. What's up, Punch? All right. We got Stream Elements is saying hey. Oh, we got Gene. What's up, Gene? We got Trev. What's up, Trev? Hi. How are you? Oh, hey, James. Hi. James Smith says, much support. Christie's one of my favorite artists. Well, amazing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Glad you stopped by.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just checking something.
Let's see what else we got in here. Vote Actual Dracula. Yes, go vote if you have not voted for Actual Dracula in his threadless thing. Yes, all the way. So, all right, I think we did it. We made it. We made it to the end of the chat. There we go. Everybody's saying hi to each other. All saying hi to each other. There you go. Bam. There we go. Well, give you a second, but yes. We made it. We made it to Friday. It is actually Friday. Yes, it is Friday. Holy crap! I don't know what day it is, but it's been a weird week. But yes. Oh, I missed one. We got Kev. Hi, Kev.
Hey, Kev. What's up?
Yes. How are you guys doing?
Yeah. It's been a weird week for everybody. Hey, Entropy. What's up?
Yes.
So
he said, yeah. He told me before that you know him.
Oh, I know him in real life. He's really cool. He and his son are really cool.
Kevin. He is a cool dude. Yes.
He's so mellow and shit. It's like awesome. That's funny. I got like the Thai tea, indescribable Thai tea drink, Kimbo.
Ooh.
Hola, amigos, nerds. Yeah, so I'm eating. I don't really drink Thai tea all that much. I prefer Diet Coke or coffee. I don't really like energy drinks myself, but it's good.
Okay, interesting. I've never seen that, but I'll have to look into that because that looks delicious.
Honestly, you take one Thai tea thing, it's kind of all the same.
Yeah, I like tea, but I've been on this the Ghost energy drinks, the zero sugar things, are my go-to things. Yeah,
I actually hate energy drinks. The monsters make me feel like what a meth head would feel like. It's like I feel kind of chemically like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Red Bulls. I don't know about a Red Bull, but it just tastes like metal tin can to me. I don't like it.
I'm not really fond of Red Bull. I mean, I'll drink it, but I really just hate energy drinks in general because I think they taste gross. They're like,
this one's actually not bad. It does taste like what are they? Sour Patch Kids. It does taste like Sour Patch Kids, so I'm for it.
The one that I kind of liked was XS, but that was claiming to be all natural. That's like a special one, I think, done by Herbalife. That was the only one I kind of liked, but it didn't really do much. Energy drinks give me anxiety.
I can see that. They are kind of stress-inducing. Yes.
Oh, God. Glenn's ready with the fucking Instagram shit.
Yes, he's been dropping all kinds of links, so yes, good on him. And I did your pre-launch link for the Kickstarter down below.
Oh, awesome.
Yes, we got that going. So yes, please do go check that out. Coffee and cigarettes is the way to go. Yeah,
I did that shit for a while. In college. I don't do that anymore.
In college, yeah. I do not do the cigarettes, but yes. Oh, hey, Nick, what's going on? What's happening? But yes, go. Yes. Lots of good people in the chat today. We got lots of awesome. Energy drinks make you sleepy?
I think they burn you out. I think if they burn you out, like kind of like how Ritalin does that with people with ADD or ADHD.
Yeah.
And don't kill me. I don't know which one, but I know it's one of those two that they prescribe Adderall to burn out the brain to kind of make you more focused or something. Oh, thank you, Glenn.
She talks very colorful. Yes. Yes. So people, if people don't know, if people don't know who you are, would you like to give a little description of who you are and what you do?
I'm a cartoonist. I do this cartoon called Demon Bitch right here.
Oh. If you have thingies, hold on. Let me make you larger so we could see your thingies. Hold on.
Oh yeah, thingies. Oh, just reading King Diamond Demon Bitch Appearance and Death. Yeah, I had a couple copies, and you know what's funny is like one of the guys that I met at Comic-Con, he was like, "Holy shit, you have the King Diamond," because like literally my friend wrote it. Spike Steffenhagen, he wrote it, and he had asked me a long time ago, "Can I write her in?" And I said, "Sure, you know that's cool." And then King Diamond dropped right when SDCC happened. It was around that time, so he gave me a few comp copies, and I gave a couple away. Like, but I had 2 left, so he had signed all of them. I signed them, and then there were 2, and there was this guy. He was dressed like Eddie from fucking Stranger Things, and he was real cool. Like he was with his lady, I'm assuming. If not, sorry, dude. But he really liked Demon Bitch. He bought a couple books. He said, "Dude, you had the King Diamond." I said, "Dude, I just like got it, man. It dropped right then, so I didn't know how many I had." And he said, and I said, "I have 2," so I put it up there. And he said, and then he fucking bought both of them. But I'll show you the King Diamond one. It should be up here somewhere.
Yes. That one I wonder. That one I gotta find because that one looks awesome. Because I love me some King Diamond also.
Okay.
But so, that's exciting that Demon Bitch is in King Diamond. That's amazing. Yeah, look at that. That's so cool. Hold on, let me take the comment off so it'll be bigger. There we go. We can see it more. Look at that. That's so cool. Yeah.
You take it out. I'm just keeping one for myself because it's like posterity, right?
Gotta do that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and that Spike signed it up there. I didn't sign mine yet. I didn't sign this one because this one I'm intending to keep. But Demon Bitch is in here. You guys got to check it out. 10 Ton Press. That's the publisher. So
that's so cool.
And if you come up to me at a con, if I happen to be at a con where you're at, I'm primarily in California, but I've been to Boise. I'm going to Meadowlark this October, but I'm up and down California. So if you happen to be at a con in California, you bring it, I'll sign it.
Amazing. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Coffee makes you sleepy. Interesting. I can see that though, because I rarely sleep, and I'll chug like an energy drink or a latte, and like once it wears off, then I'll be like, oh no, it's time to sleep. Yeah. Hello there. Hello there. ADHD, Kev says.
Okay. ADHD. Okay. So all right, good. Okay. I don't know. I forgot. I think 1850s medicine would probably taste good because it had all the good shit like coke and heroin and all that.
You would get
laudanum.
You would get nice.
Coffee makes me fart.
Medicine. Hi, Cav. What's up, Cav? Also, I did say 4-wall. Where'd 4-wall go? There you are. Hey, 4-wall. What's up? Hey.
Somebody said coffee makes him fart. That's hilarious.
That was probably Glenn. I don't even have to read, but I can tell it's already Glenn. You kind of already answered that.
Rude.
Oh, Real Rude did. Kind of already answered that, but do you have any coming up? But you were just at San Diego. You were just at San Diego when you do the Asian invasion. How often does the Asian invasion happen?
Well, we're going to do it twice a year. It's an event that, it's an event that I created for LA, like on the West Coast. We had a resurgence of COVID, so we closed everything down. So that sucked ass for all of us. So I decided to do one through the Comic Book, which is an Eisner-nominated comic book store. And it's run by a guy who's ethnically Japanese, so nobody's going to give him shit. So we started that off there. And then we went to Oakland because I knew some people in the con scene. This guy named Philip Jin, he was begging me to do it, and he's in Oakland. And I guess they don't have very many like event cons up there. They used to have Silicon, but that died. Okay. WonderCon used to be up there, but that moved obviously to Anaheim. That's south of LA. And then they had Ape, which just disappeared. But I think right here, this is only... Let's see here. So the next episode I'm doing is Cartoonapalooza, and then I have an art show next month. So there you go. But pretty much the rest of the month, I'm just taking off just for client stuff and everything. But
Okay.
you guys can go buy stuff. And I personally signed up from my store. So, because if you get it through Amazon, then there you go.
Always you support the stores when you can, because it comes directly from the artist. Glenn, amazing. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Slightly biographical. Demon Bitch is slightly biographical, or King Diamond? Which one?
Oh, not King Diamond. I didn't know about King Diamond. I mean, I know this sounds blasphemy, but I didn't know King Diamond existed. I mean, I knew of other metal bands like Opeth and all that other shit, but that was because my friends, not Steven, Spike told me about them. But I knew about Metallica and those guys, Anthrax, those fuckers.
Oh.
But King Diamond, I didn't know that well, and it was one of those cases like everybody kind of knew who he was, but me. So, yeah. So with going back, what would be my dream project? Because Comic Journey was asking about that. I said, I don't know. That would be kind of cool to see Demon Bitch as a cartoon. I know people have came up to me and said that, and we're doing those things. Let's just say there's also going to be a game release. We're working on the promo for that game, so please go on the link tree and get the sign up for that. Blah blah blah. Sorry, my brain was fucked up today.
You're fine. I am starring all the questions in the thingy, so I'm just gonna run through and just highlight all the new peeps that are popping in. All right, cool.
Sure.
Made it to the end. Made it to the end. Hi.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Gotcha.
Yes. There we go. Made it to the end, and then I got all the starred questions. So.
Okay, we will answer that. But yeah. But I'll be in Paris, California twice. I'll be in Temecula. I'll be in Meadowlark, and I'll be at LA Comic Con. That'll be my last show for now.
Cool. That's awesome. So do you have any plans to go like outside of California for like any big cons maybe next year?
I don't know. I'm kind of at this point now, and it might sound kind of crappy, but unless if I have like a more economic way to do it, like either be a guest or something, it's just because airfare and fucking table and hotel just add up so much.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I would love to. Don't get me wrong. I would love to. That would be awesome. But as I said, until like I get like a total influx of money I get asked as a guest, I will be happy to do it. I'm going to Meadowlark. I'm a guest over there. That's going to be in Oregon. That's going to be on the beginning of October. That's one out of state. The other one that I consistently go to is Gem State Comic Con, and that is in Boise, Idaho. So I will be in Boise, and that's usually, I'm trying to remember, it's April or May. I think it's around those times.
Okay. That's a really good time for cons because it just springish is starting to happen, and that's when people start, take off the hoodies and trying to get out and have some fun.
Right. Definitely. So yeah, and the showrunner, he always treats me real good. And Mog Park will be out at Gem State. I think.
Love Mog. Yes.
If
you guys don't know, go look at Mog and Mel. They're on the EXP, and she does a sketch and draw. So go watch that, because she was also at the Asian Invasion with you as well. But yes, go check out her on the EXP channel. And she's also just adorable. I love her to death.
Yeah. I like her and her husband. They're both really cool people. It's like, if you want to see my brain, Mel is the business and part, and Mug is the art part. And it's like, she just like is a fucking machine. She'll like go through fucking art like you wouldn't believe. And I'm like, wow, I just draw this bullshit fucking like demon thing. Like, she's just a low level demon from the 13th bit of hell, where people throw their dog shit in gum wrappers, if you guys aren't familiar. And she wants to be the second coming of Armageddon, but the first one never happened because she's a dumb piece of shit. So she's based on Girls I Hate. So
yes, well, also she's perfect for this chat because we're very butthole oriented here. Yes, that's how we roll, farts and butts. Journey wants to know, how do you feel about AI?
Okay, this is going to be a very intricate answer because there's many layers to this. So AI is interesting because we have not reached yet the level of where we can just reproduce human creation with both writing and artistry. However, more mainstream styles are better aggregated into AI because it's the more common denominator, as well as more common forms of writing. I'm not a writer, so I couldn't tell you that. But like for grants and proposals, it's useful because it's very formulaic. So if you're looking at very formulaic stuff, it'll work well. Now, that being said, My attitude about AI is this. And also my friends were fucking around. They actually took Demon Bitch and put her into an AI program just to see what would happen. And she broke the fucking thing. It like didn't know what
Wow.
to do. So,
Dang.
but for AI, I don't think it's at the point now where it can go and replace artists as a whole. However, or writers. However, it is good to set those boundaries now. So when it gets to that, it's kind of like when cloning first came out. You know, we cloned Dolly the sheep about almost 20 years ago, I think that's about. So it raised ethics of cloning because even though we weren't at the stage of cloning humans, we were at animals. So they're kind of like, yeah, we're getting uncomfortable with this. So they had to kind of set some ethical rules there in place prior to that. So there would be guidelines. So I think with AI, it's kind of a similar thing. Now, could it be used as a tool for reference? I think so, yeah. Could it be used as a tool for getting an idea? Sure. But I stop there. I don't believe that you should pass off AI art as your art per se.
Yes.
I have known writer friends that have used AI art, but to show as reference to their artists existing, saying, this is what I want you to draw, because we artists do use physical like and visual reference. Like I want it to look like this, I want to go in this style, I want to, but this is kind of all amalgamated. With that being said, I said I do not support AI art as like a way to replace artists. No, I do not. I'm just, it's kind of a complicated question because I don't think we're quite there. Hey, Raging Cajun. So I don't think it's quite there in replacing artists. I think you would worry more if you had more of a mainstream, like if you were more Image, DC, or Marvel kind of style, because they have very specific styles that are very common, very prolific. And I think the more prolific that art style, the more data they can go and aggregate it. You know what I mean? They can
Yes.
aggregate that as a most common denominator. So yeah, it's already happening. Like AI is programmed off the likeness of human-made art. The boxes to be open soon, and the lawsuits will show up. Well, they've already been happening, but that's where it's prompting the guidelines to happen. Like these are the ethical rules that we should go by in terms of AI writing and art. So that's my whole spiel about it. And I'm not going like, oh well, you know, I'm pro AI. I am not pro AI art. This is just what I see the situation. I'm just saying, like, it is good for reference, it is good for ideas, but for human creativity, no humans, you go fucking do the work.
Yeah,
That's how
I think it's also very interesting because I use a lot of Adobe products, and over the last few days, they have changed over their programming from where it used to be, and they moved to a heavily geared AI influenced imaging and other things that are like trying to do just AI stuff. It's very strange. They have like little word bubbles where you want to write like what you want described, like if you want to do like a flyer, so that you can put your like little word blob in there, and they want the AI to generate it. And this has all just happened in the last few days, and I'm like, no, I want to create it myself. But they're trying to push it where like the AI is creating it, not you are creating it. It's very weird. Like I want to create it myself, but they're pushing more like the AI does it. It's very strange.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those weird things. I mean, as I said, it's kind of a little more complex, but at the same time, I'm not saying, oh yeah, like AI or blah blah blah, I like it, or it's like it has a certain very look to it. It's not just, oh, it's got multiple teeth and shit. It's just, it's got a very generic look. It looks like you took a filter and did it on Photoshop.
Yeah.
I'm trying to switch to DaVinci Resolve for all things audio and video. I mean, there you go. So yeah,
Yes.
we
Well,
got
you
you.
got. Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, you're fine. So CJ has more AI questions that it kind of all go together.
You know, with the writing, it's kind of interesting. With a writer's strike, this is what I know. I'm not part of the Writers Guild, but I kind of have more an insight because I have friends that actually write it while they're in comics. Like they multitask from comic writers to WGA writers to actors, you know, and so they're not like I have a friend named Neo. He's an SAG actor and he's also a WGA, but he's not in the strike really because he works with Sandy King, and that's more publishing, so that's not covered at all by WGA rules for the most part. Or I know it got a little kind of confusing for people, but the thing with art, the thing is that writing and all that, it's interesting because so if you're talking about movies and again, this is from what I know. So if there's more to it, I welcome that. The problem is that the writers kind of got fucked too. And this is how they got fucked. Because in a lot of the studios like Disney or the bigger studios, like I don't know if Warner did it, but I know Disney definitely did it. But you know how some people would bitch about the writing and say, oh, it's woke, or it's this, or it's that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I found out how. And this is a lot of it too. And it kind of sucks. So I guess from what I understand, the WGA writers, they would write the script, right? Then the shareholders would be like, you need to put this, this, and this in here. And they're like, but I wrote the script. So that's why it doesn't look like it fits.
Okay.
But because they have to do that, they have to hurriedly put that in where they never wanted to do it. And that's the problem. And
that makes a lot of sense, actually.
So, yeah. I mean, depending on, it doesn't matter what the writer's politics are. Okay. I mean, I'm just taking that out of the equation. That is what happened. And that's what kind of sucked about it. So you have these writers that are kind of unfairly blamed for putting certain things in there that, and again, I'm not going to go and jump on any politics, but just like certain things that didn't seem to fit or make sense. Yeah. So from what I've understood, and this is what's been told to me, again, I'm not a member of the WGA. I'm not a member of the writer's strike, but this is what I have heard. And again, they probably would have more stuff. So what ended up happening was that the shitty things also what the studios would do is that if you push back at all as a writer, they would not pay you and blacklist you. So they had to get their union lawyers to fucking sue them for their money. So it's like they would get money, but it would take about a year or two for that shit. So on that sense, when I got that insight about the writers, that kind of sucks. But the studios are not making themselves look good as a whole, like Disney especially, because when they did Secret Invasion, they found out it was written by AI, and that pissed off a lot of people. So I don't know what the fuck they're doing at Disney. It's like, you know, if a studio does shitty little things, you'd think they'd be less blatant. So I thought that was weird. But also Iger's like running essentially Disney into the ground.
It almost seems like they're fucking it up on purpose just so that they can sell the thing, because they kind of overwhelmed by the amount of stuff that they want to do with Marvel at this point. It's kind of what it feels like right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, as I said, it's like, this is what I've heard. And again, I have friends that are both writers and artists, so I'm not going to go jump in and pit one against the other. It's just, this is what I've observed from the things that I have. There were things like, yes, I mean, Comic Journey was touching on that, like the WGA wanted more writers on a show, so they would be paid more rather than the standard 2. It goes back and forth. And again, I don't know all of it. And I mean, from what I can see why you feel that way. And again, I'm not arguing either way or forth. I just am not a writer with a WGA in the studio.
Yeah.
But so that schematics is not totally familiar to me. I would say you should get somebody that's worked and is a part of a WGA guild or guild member. They would probably tell you more detailed. And I'm not saying that just to be diplomatic. It's like, I don't like it even like when I talked to Neo, and they were saying they were releasing letters from both SAG-AFTRA, the acting guild, and then you know, you had the WGA. It got more and more intricate. He says even he got to a point where I was like, all right, it's just, these are the base things that I know of. So based on that, I'm seeing that thing. Yeah.
Yes. So CJ will ask a lot of interesting questions that are thought-provoking, but here we have one about your actual art. So he likes the traditional design of the art. Is it color pencil, or are you doing it digitally? And we also have much love for your cats and their tails as they're jumping around so far.
Oh, this is the evil bitch. See, this
evil
is the
bitch.
Evil bitch.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, that says her ass, and she has a skull butthole. I'm not touching it, though.
A skull butthole? That's amazing.
She has a skull butthole.
That's the most amazing thing I've heard.
She does. She's evil. She's an evil bitch.
I like it.
She likes the pow pow too. Like sometimes when I'm patting her and I'm like, drawing, it's like slam, slam, slam. It's like, no, I'm not abusing my cat. She just likes it dirty, I guess. But you just like the design of the art is a colored pencil. It's like, it's not. It's actually, if you're talking about Demon Bitch, it's digital. I do it all digitally. It's just ease of drawing and ease of editorial. But I actually I kind of fuck around with sketches. I do traditional media. And I've been doing these because I sell my sketches. But I'm also fucking around with different things like art. Like that's the Carnage one. I sell them for $30. So if any of you guys want a stupid sketch, we can.
I think
do it. It's
you
shipping
do
and
have
handling.
those on your website. Yeah, I think so. Some of those,
Yeah,
I think you
stupid
have on
sketches.
your website.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
It's a mixed bag.
I'll be pulling it up later, anyways. So we can go over any of that stuff also. But hold on, what I miss? So yes, if you do want to watch some of your drawing process, you host a YouTube series called like the Lunch Hour, and you do it like every Wednesday on your YouTube channel. And I also linked that below. So if you guys would like to follow her, she does a awesome show where she has some panel members with other comic creators on, and she'll do like some interviews, and she does art, and she'll do it live. So go hang out, because
nobody
it's a great show.
Yeah, nobody can accuse me of AI because I've been doing that show and I just draw it out. So they're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's very fun. I've hopped in a couple times, and actually, if you guys know Vic Do, he's been on there a few times, but I see him on there.
I call him the meatball sometimes. He goes on these Italian rants, which is hilarious.
Oh, yeah. He'll try to hop on our Insomniac late night adult streams, and we're like, no, you cannot be on our streams at 3 o'clock
16,
in the morning.
17, right? 16, 17, I think.
Well, when we knew him, he was 15. We were like, no, you can't at 3 a.m. hop on when we're talking about Tinder dates gone south. Like, that's okay. But yes, good kid. Yes, observations.
We don't speak of Vic. Sorry, phone died. It's cool, dude.
Yeah.
So, do I consider myself an illustrator or artist? I'm just answering the questions. I don't know if you have a specific way of answering it. Okay, so sorry, a comic journey. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't trying to be like, oh, it's about feelings. It's just like people have all sorts of feels. It's like I have to be kind of careful to tread. Hey, Joe. It's like I have to kind of be careful to tread just because some people are really sensitive about it. And it's like, look, this is it. I wish my wife had a skull butthole. Well, I mean, it would be a lot more interesting to look at. I'm not dogging your wife's butthole, but whatever. I feel like all cats are evil. Yes, they generally are. So do I interact with the chats in your art streams? Yes, I do. I talk to people. So yes, I would just do that.
Yeah, I'm way behind on the chat. So let me go back and then.
Sure. If I missed anything, yeah, Vic does have a thing for Italians. He starts like bragging on them because he's Irish, and I guess somehow the two ethnicities will never meet. It's like, you do know of Henry Hill of fucking Goodfellas, right? Oh, man.
Yes. Okay. So I started at the bottom and I'm going back up, but I'll go back up to here and make sure I didn't miss anything.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, people are just saying, hey, but yes. But yeah, thanks to Joe, because Joe was actually the one that introduced me to you. So that was awesome. But yeah, I've really enjoyed your work, and I enjoyed all of your streams that I've been in since. So thank you, Joe. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, and it's like, I'm sorry I've been bad about it the last 2 weeks, guys. I had to deal with some car shit. Finally, it's resolved, so I can go back to normal. And with San Diego Comic-Con, if I'm at a convention, it's just, nope, we're playing a repeat. That's it.
Yeah, that's okay.
I believe illustrators are artists, but many illustrators shy away from calling themselves artists. I don't know. I guess they want to differentiate. Like, I call myself a creator because I started off as an artist because I did all sorts of mediums. Okay. And I guess illustrators for me are like, to me, illustrators do books. They don't necessarily do comic books, but they do like kids books or, illustrative books. But you can be more than one. It's kind of like similar art. But
I would say so.
I don't know. It's kind of weird because like the illustrators I know, they call themselves artists. So I don't know.
I see a lot of people call themselves either artists, so they'll say comic book artist or just illustrator, but they'll also do it all like in the same line. So yeah, I really think it just depends. So this is his favorite question that he likes to ask, and this is a good one. If you could brutally murder any superhero, who would it be? And by the way, they are dead. They cannot get resurrected. So who would it is, and how are you doing it?
There was one that annoyed the living shit out of me. I think I'm trying to remember. Because he wasn't a superhero, but I hated Scrappy Doo. I wanted to punt him like a fucking little football.
He was a little shit. Yes.
Yeah, he's like, put him up. Like, get the fuck out of here, you little piece of shit.
And why was he talking? Like, how did he talk? Like, what was
like,
behind
put him up. Like, oh yeah, like that. I'm like, God damn it. Like, I think it's because he's more annoying to me now. Because I've run into people that are short and little pieces of shit. So I didn't like him. He didn't really add to anything. He was just a fucking little turd. And I wanted to kick him like a football, even as a kid. But Brutally murder AC. That's a good question. I know the answer to this, but I totally like blanked on it because it's not something I think about a lot. And I'm not saying that as a degrading thing. I just don't really think about it. It's like, oh yeah, that'd be nice if that fucking superhero died. I don't know. I think it's like some. I'm trying to think of a particularly annoying one. I think all the Marvel, well, it's pretty much happened. All the Marvel ones with a safe space and all that, and Snowflake that were really badly written. I'm like, who the fuck are these? And they disappeared.
Yeah.
I'm glad they died. So maybe that worked.
I thought that was hilarious in Deadpool 2 when they all just kind of died within like 4 seconds of each other.
Oh yeah, it's like, yeah, fuck you, go die.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Yeah,
see, the thing is, like
themselves. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. There's just when you mentioned Napoleon Complex. It's like that fucker actually did shit, so I can't understand why that's a pejorative, which is hilarious. But I don't know how that came to be a pejorative, but it was kind of interesting. Sorry. Anyway.
Fine. Oh, dang it. He keeps jumping. So he just calls himself versatile. I think that's a good thing because when you're an artist, you're just doing art. You're just creating. So
yeah, I think
you really need a title. Thing. Yeah. I don't think you really need a title. You're just doing art.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So let's see. I'm humming a Randy Newman song. Somebody's asking, wait, is this the author of the Kickstarter for the Independent Critter? No, but I did the cover. Madeline Holly Rosing is the author, but she asked me to do the cover. So I did the cover.
Nice. He was also at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, she was. She's a friend of mine.
Kyle here was also at San Diego. He does go. He also goes to WonderCon.
What's
so
he
he's
look
over
like?
in your area.
I'm trying to remember what he looks like. It's just like sometimes I see so many people, and do pardon me, I get really tired mentally. Like one of the guys at Wine and Comics was going, well, we wondered how come you're tired and you had a lot going on. It's like, I'm the president of CAPS, did Asian Invasion, did this, did that. Like, dude, you're tired. So there you go. There were a couple questions, but I did not see that. I want to see it. Scrappy do battle it out to the death with Oliver from Brady Bunch. Was he the dog? I'm trying to remember.
Bring back Celebrity Deathmatch. I would love Celebrity Deathmatch to come back.
They did bring it back for a short, hot minute. I know they did it for a while, and then they brought it back for a hot minute, and then it stopped. Like, that sucks. Do you consider the... Oh, yeah, that's it, yeah. Do you consider the possibility of being optional when you create? How so that does reflect on your work? I do. I don't know how that would be affected. I think it would depend on the contract that I write with them. I mean, that's kind of how it works. I mean, I've had a couple of friends that did get optioned, and sometimes that's in a job within itself, but I would have to see how it worked out. Because I know I would have to have an art team and then a writing team and all that other fun shit. What do you consider the defining difference between a burrito and a wrap? Burrito has Mexican stuff in it. Wrap does not.
Yes.
I actually where I live in LA. There's a lot of Armenians and there's a lot of Middle Eastern food. So
yes,
yeah, it's like weird because it has sort of similar ingredients, but not the exact same stuff. How it's made.
So a wrap you can actually slice in half and keep running. You can't really cut a burrito and then have all the stuff just fall out of it.
People cut the burritos in halves.
People cut the burritos in half? I've never seen a burrito cut in half. Interesting.
I have. Here. I don't know why they do it, but I usually like just to have the burrito in one piece and just eat it. That's how I usually do it.
Eat the whole thing.
But there are some serious places that will cut them in half.
Wow. There's a place here in Kalamazoo that has a 3-pound burrito, and they won't cut it in half. You have to eat the whole thing.
Well, yeah, the schematics of that are pretty cooler. That's why. But the schematics of that are pretty ridiculous. Oh, he was the asshole cousin. I watched enough of the Brady Bunch, but it kind of like passed over my brain like a filter. It doesn't do that.
I don't remember most of the Brady Bunch.
She's glaring at me.
CJ also wants to know, what do you enjoy most about your work?
It makes me laugh like a little asshole. That's what I like at my work. It's just like I just like to draw things and I start giggling like a little shithead.
Amazing.
So that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. He also wants to know, what do you hate most about your work?
I hate it when people annoy me. When I get really annoyed, it's not a pleasant feeling to be, and then I have to draw it.
Okay.
But there are times when the people don't annoy me, and I don't like that either sometimes because I want to draw something, and I need to think of an idea for a cartoon.
Okay. Yeah, because you had a lot of projects going on, especially with Demon Bitch, because I could see Demon Bitch being in a lot of things. You have a game that you're kind of working on, and then you have a lot of Kickstarter projects that you're working on. But I could see that for I could see that for a tabletop. I could see it for a cartoon. Way more books for sure. But yeah, it's a nice franchise that you can really do a lot with.
What's my favorite type of food?
Oh, good question.
You know, I don't have one type of food. I like good food. It's kind of weird. I don't like overly sweet food. And this is what I mean. Cookies and cream makes me angry because I expect to taste something else other than sugar, and it really doesn't, and that irritates me. I don't like red velvet cake because it's very sweet.
Yes.
I just like I like it. I like sweet, but I just don't like it so excessively sweet that I just want to throw up. And then there's other ones where I don't like. Oh God, there's another. Because I was telling one of my friends, she's a baker, and I told her yeah, I don't like cookies and cream. It angers me. I think I expect more out of it, and it doesn't perform. And she's like, "What? You get mad about the weirdest things?" I said, "I just don't like cookies and cream." And also, I like cream cheese on bagels, but I don't like cream cheese frosting because it's very gluey.
Interesting.
If it's gluey, I don't like it.
You could we have a traditional cake here that we make. It's a pineapple and it's got cream cheese in it, but you mix it with pudding and it makes it amazing. Let's see. Wait, I saw a TV show and they were putting ketchup on their tacos and burritos. Well, I would say that's kind of like salsa and stuff.
Not really. No, it's sweet. It's sweet. It's like salsa isn't really sweet.
Yeah.
It can be very sour or piquant or spicy. Yeah. So it really kind of is. Burrito farts are more evil than wraps. Well, they burn. I know some people they burn. Also true. Yeah.
Tacos, cupcakes, pizzas, and fries. Okay. I could go for a cupcake right now. Like a nice actual cupcake. Should never touch eggs either.
Ketchup should actually be okay with eggs as long as they're in fried rice. You can kind of cut the heaviness and grease with fried rice with that. So, and what individual do you despise most in the business? No comment, because I'm kind of in this position where I don't like to talk shit about a lot of people on that. There's very few people I despise in the industry, but I will keep that mum. But yeah.
Good answer. Good answer. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I just don't like that. I mean, the people that know. It's like hashtag if you know, you know. It's kind of one of those things. Like, I don't try to go and trash anybody publicly, as if I can help it, unless they're. Really
that is a very business answer, and I will accept that. So thank you. Yes.
I don't believe in the stupid Twitter flame wars on fucking whatever.
Yeah, I don't believe in Twitter flame wars either. I believe in just being nice to people and promoting them.
Well, the only time I ever burn bridges is that a person is like a total fucking asshole, or they're very dishonest in business. It's like, go fuck off. I don't need you.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
That's a whole nother set of rules that they unleash by being an absolute douche canoe to themselves.
And do I get annoyed? No, I do not. I don't get annoyed, but if people just ask questions to annoy me, then I get annoyed.
Well, we do have 17 starred questions, and I believe half of them are his. So wait till we ask more of those questions, then answer that question.
Where do I get my inspiration from? Anger, lots of it.
Anger,
or extreme emotions, but mostly anger and irritation.
Okay, nice.
Laugh like a skull asshole. What's a skull asshole? Like Skeletor? Like Skeletor, like from the 80s, he laughed like a skull asshole.
I like Skeletor. I think he's sexy. I think he's a stud.
I think he's kind of a bitch. He's kind of a bitch gay guy. Like he's a bitch gay guy.
Yeah, I can see that.
He's in an abusive BDSM relationship with Beastman. He was always zapping him.
I like the fish guy. I don't know why, but the fish guy from he does it for me. Yeah, I really love him. He
gargled all the time. Maybe he was gargling.
I just like him a lot.
Well, he's gargling from Skeletor and Beastman. I mean, it was like a very homoerotic cartoon in the 80s. You're like,
for sure. There was a lot of bondage happening. I was all for it. There's a lot of furkinis going on. Yeah.
Like that. It was like, it was weird.
I was all for it. Yeah. It's weird. And
my cat just looked at me like, what the fuck? My mom used to call this girl that robbed a scum trash fish. I call my other cat, the ginger one, ramen noodle fuck.
Ramen noodle.
Ramen noodle fuck. Okay, where are we at? What artist influenced you? There's a lot of artists that influenced me. I like Johnny Ryan. So if anybody, I'll put up a cleaner version. But
Oh,
He does this. He does
ooh,
Prison Pit too.
nice.
He's got Johnny Ryan 1, I guess is his Instagram. He's always getting those fuckers shut down because he always draws like the worst shit ever. So yeah, check that out. Not for kids. I do like Johnny Ryan. I like Adam Warren. I like Salvador Dali.
I like
Um,
Adam Warren. I like all those
yeah,
guys. Yes.
yeah. Linzer is good. There's a lot anime, manga that influenced me too. So as a short bit, I would say probably Matt Groening did too.
Nice. Okay.
Ketchup and
Wow.
cottage cheese thing. I think I've had that. That wasn't bad.
Ketchup and cottage cheese. Yeah. I got a lot of taco and mango salsa. So mango salsa is delicious.
Yeah, it's tasty.
It's very
Baja
tasty.
Fresh actually a nice one. What are you
Where did I
doing?
go?
Sorry, my
Comics by the Bay. Paper or plastic bags? What are you putting in there?
Plastic.
Though? Okay.
Well, I like plastic because sometimes the paper bags, like at like Whole Foods or other places, like some of them don't have fucking handles, and if they do, the glue is
you need
shitty
handles,
and pops out.
and yeah, it's impossible to carry
You go
things.
for walks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like what the nice thing to do is you get a paper bag, open it up, and then you do the plastic bag on the outside to carry it. It's how I do a lot of times.
Never had that combo.
Interesting.
Salt from pretzels.
Okay. Oh, here's a good one. It's the best criticism you've gotten from your art on your art.
I think they liked it when I described it as petty as shit.
Petty as shit. Okay.
And then they like whipped out their $20 bill and gave it to me.
Nice. Hey, Nan. Good, because you're going to keep asking questions. You know, I kind of figured you just, no matter what, just keep asking questions. So perfect.
Sure. I mean, it's like one of those things. If I get annoyed, I'll just say, okay, I'm done.
Good question.
Do you listen to music? Well, I kind of do. Sometimes if I feel like playing a song, but I'm one of those weirdos that does it on repeat. But also, sometimes I don't listen to music. I'll just watch YouTube as I'm drawing.
Oh, hi.
I just watch cat videos. Okay. It's amazing.
Oh, man. Hold on 1 second. We just got a raid on Twitch from my boy Poshpad. What up? Hey, Pock.
Nice. Hi.
Oh, we got raided. Oh, man. I'm sorry. I'm so far behind chat. I'm sorry. Hold on. Hey, Star. Okay. Oh, my gosh. It's been so long since I've seen half these people because I haven't been on Twitch in forever. Hi. I'm sorry. Hey.
Hello.
What's up, guys?
I have a Twitch, too. Follow me too, so I can feel better about myself and attend TwitchCon without having to beg them.
I will post your Twitch in there. I'm sorry. Oh man. Thank you for following. Oh man, I feel so bad. I didn't see this until now. Hey, hi, hey, hi. Oh, thanks. Yes. If you guys don't know, my boy here does graffiti style art, and he's very great at it. It's been a while since I actually did hop in your stream, but I do still follow you on the Instagrams. And if you are in the Twitch, go give him a follow because he is awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much for doing that. But yeah, thank you guys. So my problem is my Twitch kind of stopped working. I can't get the video and anything to work on Twitch, and it drives me insane. So hopefully on my new laptop, which I have, I just got a new gaming laptop, but I haven't hooked it up yet. I'll be doing more gaming streams, and I will be getting back into doing the Twitch. So here, answer this question while I try to kind of just catch up with everything else in here.
Did you get overwhelmed with being an awesome bitch? I just am. What can I say?
Amazing.
I just do what I do. I mean, it's funny because it's like for a while, like when you're starting out, like I think everybody kind of wants to be rich and famous. And I know that sounds like cocky to say, but I'm going to say this. If you fucking chase it, it's not going to happen. You're going to be a fucking fame whore and nobody will respect you. At least for very long, they won't. But I don't know. I just kept doing what I wanted to do and I really liked it. And apparently people liked it and they found me funny. And there you go. I mean, I won a Ringo Award within 2 years of starting this shit. And then now it's all this other crap. So it's like, it's good. I'm enjoying my life. I think that's the main thing. If I was rich and famous, but I fucking hated what I was doing, that would have sucked ass. But I'm actually okay. It's like, I don't know if I'm rich and famous yet, but definitely people know who I am, which is it kind of trips me out sometimes every time. Like I had a friend who went to one of the K-pop stuff, right? K-pop things. And I'm not really that into K-pop, you know, I mean, I'm Korean, but my background, I don't really do K-pop. That's not me. I mean, I don't hate K-pop either, but it's funny because she would talk to a couple people and they knew who I was. I'm like, who the fuck are these people? But they follow me because I dress up and shit. I'm not really dressed up now, but I have a lot of fucking outfits for when I do the demon bitch thing when I go out in public.
You have some cool outfits. I've enjoyed the outfits that you've been putting together, and I loved your modern take on the hanbok, which was amazing. It was so pretty. So kudos.
Oh,
for
thank
that.
you.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there was like there was that dress that was like the hanbok, but I have like the other ones that were like shorter or something. Like you wear around town.
Also, I'm sorry, but they're waging war against YouTubers versus Twitchers. Also, I don't think so, but you guys, you know, it's up to you. So, but also thank you much for the raid, and I'm sorry that I suck at being a Twitch host at the moment. So
you have technical issues, it's fine.
Yeah. Also, here is the link to the pre-launch for the Kickstarter, because you're going to launch that. Goes live on, is it September 12th? I believe.
Yes, September 12th. Yeah.
Okay. So yes, go check that out, and that's for a demon bitch. You want to explain what that Kickstarter is all about? Why they're all
it's like I call each campaign its own, and it's usually used to print the graphic novel. Okay. So one of the things that I did is that I did this one called Pen is Here, right? So, but it's pen_15 here because I was making fun of the penis meme that was going around. But just to say, so that I could get away with it, all Demon Bitch is doing is holding a pen like this. Oh. And then what I do is that I also, for some reason, was getting into kid shows. And I didn't lie. I would show them Demon Bitch and say, here, and they're like, oh, yeah, just cover up bitch. I'm like, okay. So I would get into these kids shows, right? I get into these fucking kid shows. And by the way, if you do go in there, there's like a link to the promo. You can sign up and actually win shit. So please do.
Okay.
So we're doing that still. So what ended up happening is that they would read it, and then after the show, they'd be like, oh, that was a really, like, we were really kind of worried that, we would have your book out there because, it says bitch on it. I'm like, okay. So, but we realized how cool you really were. So, yeah, totally. And I'm like, okay. And so I actually did a kid's book called Demon B Meets Mr. F Word. And you can guess what happens there. But it's actually very, very appropriate for children. I do not swear or talk about adult situations. And then I'm probably going to release like a pin saying I am shitbird. And then another one where she's kind of humping a blender, but you can't tell it's a blender. It's just like something you stick on there. You can move up and down because you're immature.
Perfect.
Or like you could wrap her around there's a sticker so you can put that around your water bottle, and looks terrible. Great. It's awful. Okay. Yeah, it's totally terrible.
Okay. All right. In the meantime, that's also fantastic. Also, yes, Nin, you can also play Mario Kart on stream with me. Finally, we can get to some karting. I did save a lot of questions. Beavis wants to know, do you have a favorite band or musician or type of music?
Well, primarily lately I've been listening to punk. Ooh, and punk and industrial. I mean, I don't always listen to the same shit. Sometimes I'll get a pop song in my head. Like lately I've been just getting this fucking song. I think Jumin is the guy, but he's K-pop. He's part of BTS, and he sings Seven. Because I fucking hear it on every video. Like if I'm looking at a video or a reel or whatever, or a story, and they'll be blasting that. It's like, all right, I gotta listen to this fucking song because I have this in my head. So it's like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 7 days a week. Jungkook. Jungkook or something.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot. I recently got back into K-pop after like 12 some years, and it's been a blast. But I'm more 90s. Where my forte of the K-pop lies. But no, I also go in and out of music. So I've been doing a lot of like Euro death metal, and then I go into also 90s industrial, where I punk.
So I like
best stuff.
I actually like in this moment. Those are the more recent bands. Black Veil Brides. I like Papa Roach. Actually, it's funny because when I first heard them in the 90s and early 2000s,
I got something for you.
Oh, really? And I was just kind of like going, with them, I was kind of like going, okay, they have Last Resort. Okay, cool. But then when I heard more of their music, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of fucking good. So and he did a duet with Maria Brink of Gravity. I think in Black Veil Brides, I'm not super Black Veil Brides fan. I'm not a super Black Veil Brides fan, but I do like a couple other songs. Oh, Maria Brink, that's cool.
Yeah, she's my favorite, but it's in this moment, it's Maria Brink doll. She's a witch.
That kind of also looks like when she sings Black Wedding with Rob Halford.
Black Wedding is my favorite, and it's a song that actually got me hooked on to their music. But I love all their music, but they are my favorite. She's my favorite.
Horror was the one that I got into, that song.
Yes.
That music. And Sex Metal Barbie was another one. But she has like really good songs in this. And this film is amazing, yes.
Yes. I really like their older music as well. Their Call Me song is really good. They did a great version of that. Yes.
I like
Christian death metal. He also was a musician, so yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Thomas Black. I mean, Blink-182, I haven't followed them. That's like a little after me, but I am familiar with them. I did actually like Green Day back in the day. Foo Fighters, Nirvana, that's more of my shit. No Effects. Was it No Effects? I did Bad Religion, Angry Samoans. If you don't want to hear anything fucking PC, listen to Angry Samoans. They are punk. They did this one called You Stupid Asshole. That's a song. It's really funny. I like White Wedding. Yeah, that's by Billy Idol. Billy Idol's kind of punk. He's got punk roots. He's more, I don't want to say pop because he doesn't really quite fit it, but he's got punk roots, like 80s punk, 70s, 80s punk roots. There's another
fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's another one called what is it? Oh God, there was this. Oh, Pure Hell. It was an all black punk band. Listen to them; they're really fucking good. Rancid was pretty decent. Yeah, there was like a lot of them. There was Goldfinger back in the day. There was trying to think. There's other ones. Foo Fighters was good. That and back in the day, Muse is pretty decent. I mean, that I'm kind of going back and forth. Violent Femmes, I say, was one of my favorite bands. It still is. Violent Femmes. Nice. All they did was just go crazy and jam. They also did the song called, yeah, there you go. Yeah, Angry Samoans. And No Effects is the one that I'm more familiar with. And it's funny because one of the guys that I know named Eddie, he says, I didn't know you were into punk. I didn't know you were into underground comics. I'm like, I wasn't dressed like this. But he said, you just never really said it. I'm like, it's not that I fucking hide about it. I don't know what the hell, man. The Ramones are good.
The Ramones, yeah.
Ramones are classic. Yeah, Ramones are classic. Danzig, I've only heard one song, and that's Mother, but it's just, I haven't ended up hearing.
I like his Misfit stuff better. I like his Misfit stuff better than his solo stuff.
I like Pennywise Alien. I haven't really heard any of their other songs. I think Alien cuts it for me. Tool. Now, if you want to hear meditative music for metalheads, Tool. Okay. Oh, Angry Samoans. Dead Milkmen too. I like Dead Milkmen.
I'm really big into stoner metal. I love some Acid
I haven't
Mammoth.
heard stoner metal, dude. What's stoner
look up Acid Mammoth. I love Acid Mammoth.
I know Lords of Acid, but I haven't heard.
They're a band from Greece actually, so look them up. They're great. Oh, Nine Inch Nails. Nine Inch Nails is great. Hole.
Nine Inch Nails is good. Yeah, Hole is good. Choking Victim. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
The
it's
Damned.
Like, Damned, I've heard.
Oh. Okay. Cool.
God damn. I did karaoke the other night and I'm just having to see. One guy says, the guy who actually bought the 2 copies was like, wow, that sounds good. I'm like, I was that good of a singer? Because I was singing some Amy Winehouse. So it's like I'm singing this song, You Know I'm No Good. And then there's Back to Black. Yeah.
Yes. So
nice.
Last week we actually did karaoke on his channel on Insomniac. So like 3:00 in the morning, you could go and watch us singing a bunch of songs on his channel. He actually went to CBGB's in the 90s in New York. I would have loved to have done that. That would have been amazing. Tool, the best band, better. Also Suicidal Tendencies. Yes. Good time.
I have not heard Suicidal Tendencies. I should.
Oh, they're a good band. One of our bandmates, one of our dudes in our group, Mastodon, he's on break right now, but he'll do a Sunday music show, which is pretty dope. They'll go over different groups, and they did one not too long ago.
Somebody wrote Nickelback. You fucker. I know Nickelback. The thing with Nickelback is they don't suck. Nickelback doesn't suck.
They don't suck.
They're just mediocre.
Yeah. But they still have good jams that you could jam out to. Or if you get drunk or have a couple of drinks, you're gonna be singing those damn songs like all night long. Yeah. I was also really big into my God Lord, which is oh my God, typo. Pete Steele. Yes. What's up, Barb? What's up, Bleak?
That's rude. I like Nickelback. Nickelback, I'm not getting into that debate with Nickelback. I just was like going like, you know, to me, Nickelback is like Hootie and the Blowfish. It's like they're okay.
Hootie and the Blowfish. Oh, the bass player for Suicidal is a bass player for Metallica now? Okay.
Oh, shit. Boom, shakalaka laka.
We got a lot of music dudes in here, which is awesome. All right, let's ask a couple. Oh, shit, I got a lot of questions in this thingy. Let's go to Phil's question here, which was a while ago. If you have a $200 gift certificate to your favorite art supply store, what are you getting with it? Probably one piece of paper.
I think I'll go get Copics. Copics.
Ooh,
you can just go.
Okay.
Because there's some art supply stores that you can get them at for $2 a marker, which is not bad. So I'd probably get some Copics.
Nice.
Maybe some fucking more Sharpies. I don't know. Like, because I just do Sharpies and Chrome pens. Chrome pens are my fucking favorite.
Oh, I love metallic pens. I don't know what it is about metallic pens. I just
Chrome is unbelievably mirrored. You'll love that.
It's so cool. Yeah. I do a lot of metallic and charcoal art. Like the mixture of it. It's pretty neat. It does a lot of cool effects with the together.
Paramore's good.
Paramore's pretty decent.
Yeah, she's got a good voice.
Feet pants. Feet pants.
Feet pants. Haven't heard that one. Oh, I like Pulp. Pulp's a good one too because they're fucking weird. Elastica back in the day were cool too. A Copic junkie. Garbage. Yeah, I like Garbage.
Garbage. They were just here. They were here with Noel Gallagher.
Oasis,
and I did not know that they were opening for Noel, and I would have went.
Oh wow!
But yes, that would have been awesome.
Because I liked Oasis, but I think they're pretty much broken up because they can't stand each other now.
Mike, if he's still in chat, actually went to that, which was awesome. Yes, Kev is also a horror artist. He does good horror art. He'd rather listen to Milli Vanilli over Nickelback.
Now a war got started. To me, it's like Nickelback's just mediocre, but every decade has its like mediocre band.
Yeah.
Dave Matthews is a close second, but Hootie and the Blowfish are like the primary ones.
You were at that show, yes.
Oh,
you
wow, cool.
And Alan had some fun at that show. Let me tell you, they broed out like nobody's business with some beers and some flannel that night. Let me tell you.
Oh shit.
Oh damn.
Blur is better than Oasis. I saw them in concert when Britpop was hot, like lit. I saw them. They were good. Pearl Jam was interesting. I said I one concert that I'd like to see is Pulp because I had a hard on for Jarvis Cocker.
Ooh.
You know, because he was weird, but he was kind of
probably the best name you could possibly have.
I mean, he's also a Virgo, so that's kind of nice. You know. Yeah, but he just he wasn't like the stereotypical like I'm just so cool. Like he was actually a real fucking nerdy dweeb, but he developed his own style, which is cool.
Nice. Also, that would have been awesome, JD.
Let's see, Raging Cajun. Yeah, like Garbage. Garbage I want to see. Shirley Manson's kind of my hero. She did a few songs with She Wants Revenge too.
I love a good female vocalist rocker. There's so many of them. We need more in the spotlight needs to come out.
Yeah, okay. Shatner did that with I think Beck and Weezer. I'm trying to remember. Like Shatner actually sang "Common People." Well, he kind of mouthed it, but you know. But it was a good song.
Shatner is a legend. He's old. He's getting up there. What is he, like 90?
90, yeah.
Like 90. Wow.
What was my favorite thing? I liked My Little Pony, so I'd draw the shit out of those. And the Life and
My
Hell
Little
Rabbits.
Pony and Care Bears back in the day. Yes.
And I drew and I copied the real Ghostbuster comics. Like I would actually copy it by hand to study it. Lizzie Hale from Hailstorm. Yeah, Hailstorm's pretty good.
She's got good vocals.
Yeah.
Garbage Singer was hot. Yes.
She still is fucking hot.
She's still pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all of them are pretty babylicious still. Yeah.
White Stripes is the last band I liked. Yeah. They're pretty good. They had a good sound. I would say they had a good sound.
She's got some vocals on her, and I adore them.
Like Shatter Me with Lindsay Sterling was pretty cool.
Yes, that's a cool one. I like her sound. It's very good.
Added bonus, CJ.
What did I do?
Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, he did. He basically made fun of him because it was after the kid touching incident. So he got shit for that. But I thought it was actually kind of funny. I'm like,
oh dude. Her vocals are insane.
Arch Enemy?
Alyssa's, yeah. Arch Enemy.
Disturbed. Disturbed, he actually has a beautiful voice. I forgot what his name is, the lead singer of Disturbed.
Oh, he's got David something.
Yeah.
I know
he's
what
got
you're
a really
talking about.
good voice. He's got a really good voice.
I saw them live on my birthday a few years ago, and he actually did lovely vocals. They're pretty good. He dressed as like some weird dude in like just sweatpants, and just like sassy.
He actually studied to be a lawyer. He was a lawyer. Like he was a lawyer at one point.
That's hilarious because you would never have thought that, but yeah, no, he was just like old crusty sweatpants, just like doing this like the whole time. It was amazing. I loved it. No, you did not. What is your favorite film of all time?
Oh, it really depends on my mood again.
Yeah.
Strange Planet is pretty cool. Like if you're in one of those like nighttime moods where you're just like, I'm just spaced out and watching weird shit on the screen. I like a lot of animated films. I did watch Castlevania the series for a hot minute. It was pretty good. The series is pretty good.
Yeah.
But film, I liked Fifth Element. That was pretty cool how they did it. Same Time Next Year is kind of a cool film. That's good character development. Jaws is actually pretty good. Like people going, oh, Jaws. I said, but back in the day, people like actually did this thing called character development, which they don't really fucking do anymore. Let's see. There's another one. I like The Thing, John Carpenter's version of The Thing, because like with horror, it's kind of like, and again, I'm not super into horror, but and people group me into horror, which is funny because I guess I have a demon. But horror is interesting because horror is kind of like it goes back and forth and all this other shit. So it's kind of interesting on that. But I like The Thing because they would have lulls and then it would go to shit. But that's the point of that movie. It was kind of cool that way. I don't know if Alien is really classified as horror, but I like Aliens. Aliens is fucking awesome. Like Aliens.
Yes. I like 3. People give 3 shit all the time, but I like it.
3 is interesting because I think people got pissed about it because people felt that it kind of betrayed all the comics and shit that were drawn about that whole thing.
Yeah.
But I think Alien Resurrection, I think I liked because they try to write that bullshit.
Glenn, you've been demoted. I'm just saying. Not seen Fifth Element, you've been demoted.
You do have to watch Fifth Element. It is cool. Alien is horror.
It is pretty.
Well, Alien is horror. Aliens is not really horror. I think it's more action.
Yeah, I would say that.
But Aliens is
amazing visuals, though. The whole entire franchise. So.
Well, the alien itself, the xenomorph, is like fucking freaky as shit.
Sexiest thing ever. Geiger, whatever his name is, did an amazing job, and that's
This is funny with the heavy metal movie. I watched that bootleg with a boyfriend of mine back in the days, like right before college, and it was funny because he introduced me to it, and then it was like kind of like this bootleg thing because of the soundtrack issues. They had rights issues with the soundtrack, and then finally they said, "Oh yeah, we're releasing Heavy Metal the movie," and everybody's like, "Yeah, okay." Because everybody watched it bootlegged, but they watched it in the movie theaters too, I guess. But it was funny. I think that one episode that fucked me up with the Lochner was the Zombie Island one. That fucked me up.
Yes, he is a legend. I would love to go to that museum that they have of his overseas because it looks just
Of course,
amazing.
He was weird. He was Swiss.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, well,
I could see that. You could definitely see that.
Actually, Jonathan Davis of Korn, he had his mic stand. He has 2. He has the one here, and he has one in Europe when he tours, and they're insured like fuck. And they were one of the last things designed by H.R. Giger.
That's amazing.
Like you can see it in Twisted Transistor. Look at that video. That's where he has it. Yeah, it's personally designed by H.R. Geiger. Just the bald guy that
sings.
That's funny.
Okay.
Apparently, there's a hurricane in LA.
Hurricane in LA. Whoa, oh no.
It's just hot and sunny. I don't know how the fuck. Would Demon Bitch be an Adult Swim or Disney kind of cartoon? You know, it's kind of funny. I think it could be both, but Adult Swim, yes. Adult Swim, yes. Disney, that would be just ironic if that happened that way. And I'm burping due to my Diet Coke. Excuse me.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. I've got like a million people. What is your favorite city?
I actually like Los Angeles, but I would say if I go outside the country, I would say Prague. I've been to the Czech Republic. Prague is fucking beautiful. If you want to see Europe largely untouched by World War II, go to Prague. Because here's a little thing. In a lot of the main cities like Warsaw or Warsaw, like what we call Warsaw, but they call it Warszawa, in Poland, Berlin, or any of those major cities that had a major play in World War II, they are largely recreated. All the fucking buildings were pretty much bombed out, including the old ones. So they recreated them completely from the pictures or paintings or old blueprints. But Prague is 100% like untouched.
Wow. Because it's been featured in a couple movies and it looked actually gorgeous. So all that
Prague is beautiful.
In that area looks really
Prague is fucking beautiful.
Pretty. I want to travel more. No, but I can kind of see that.
It's Geiger. You know what's going to happen. It's like it doesn't fucking surprise me.
Yeah.
It's either religion, sexual parts, or whatever. Hurricane. Yeah, I know. I heard about that, but I don't know where in LA. But I heard first hurricane in 8 years. I think there was like a hurricane or something like that, or a tornado roughly in LA. But we didn't see like the big twister. It was like just by bare definition. So I don't know where the hurricane is, but I think that's kind of funny. And I'm like going, well, not where I'm at.
Amazing. If you like her, go follow her YouTube too. Is it every Wednesday or every other Wednesday that you do?
Every Wednesday. Every
Wednesday. Yeah.
I should be pretty regular now because Jesus Christ, like I deal with some car shit. That was earlier. Like I had to like wait for parts for the car and then get the fucker in and everything else. But it's all good now. And then I had cons, but that con, it's like I don't think I have it during the weekend. Thank you, real dude.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome.
And I had to pay for my car, so buy all my shit. I mean, I have plenty of stupid sketches, so here you go.
Go buy all the shit. And back the Kickstarter when it comes out.
You know, I actually met Bernard. I have met Bernard.
Yay. Yes.
Yeah, what happened was that I think it's the Monkey Prince, DC's Monkey Prince, right? Okay, so one of my friends, Justin Otero, he's a cosplayer along with his wife, Michelle Waffle. Yes, that is her name. And they're both really cool people. And he asked me to do this panel called I think it was Asian Representation in Comics.
Okay.
Now, Justin, do not kill me. I think that's it. I just fucking had my brain scrambled because I run a lot of shit. So what ended up happening was that I was on the panel with Jean Loin Yang, who also did Monkey Prince, but he also is known for American Born Chinese. That's the new show that's out, I think, on Netflix. And then there was Jenny Chan. She won 3 Eisners at SDCC, which was cool. And I congratulated her. And Bernard Chang was on the panel too. And it was weird because they said, oh yeah, and here's Demon Bitch. And I'm like going, and it's kind of funny because like they're all DC and Marvel. And here I am like completely independent. But I never hung out with him, but we met. And he's a really nice guy. He's very quiet. I mean, he's mellow too. But I mean, we were just all getting on a panel. Gene is really sweet. He's like kept wanting to talk, but I mean, his fans like kept coming up, so I didn't want to like block that. But we all took a picture on the panel together and everything, so it was really cool.
He's absolutely hilarious, and he might have just been shy, but let me tell you, him and Sean Chen have the greatest fart and ass napkin stories they will ever tell you in their entire lives. And half of us in the chat actually know Bernard because we hang in his Twitch streams and we've known each other for years because that's how we met.
Oh shit, that's funny, dude. Yeah, no, I should hang out with Bernard, I guess. It's just like, as I said, it was just like that one moment because we're all like fucking like in WonderCon. It was close to the end. But I found out also, you know, the Lumpia Unleashed guys, the Lumpia Unleashed guys, they actually followed me after they saw me at that fucking panel. And I was like, wait, you did? And he said, yeah, we did. It's like, and because I didn't see any new followers that reflected that. But but Bernard's cool. I mean, I've met him once, but I mean, I'm not like super friends with him. I only got to meet him once, but I'm pretty sure if we hung out, it'd be cool.
Oh, yeah, he's hilarious. They're great. He actually streams a lot. He streams every late night on Tuesdays on Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, no, he tells the best stupid stories. He's hilarious. He just came back to the States because he does a lot. He'll go to like Taiwan, Taipei a lot and do like a tour over there because he has a lot of family. But he just got back into the States. So he's doing his rounds over here now. But he usually goes to San Diego, but he missed it this year. That's great, Kev. Hopefully you go meet him. So he was at PTT, Kyle. What was that comic shop that you guys did the signing at like a year ago? He usually does that comic shop over there. He'll go, but every now and then he's really nice, and he'll just drive around and like just venture into comic stores and just sign a bunch of like books that people have at comic stores. Just leave them on the shelves. But
yeah, cool. I've known a few people that do that, like Don Ho. He does a lot of inking for DC and Marvel, so he's done that too. AAIP, wow. Somebody wrote. Be safe, Entropy. I'm like 30 minutes away from LA. Wow. I'm kind of actually wondering where the fuck this hurricane's supposed to hit in LA.
Yeah, maybe look that up in case you need to take cover or something.
I'm in my fucking house. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, he started. I like when he tells the stories of when he was at Pratt and when he went to school and how he actually got hired into interning at Rap. What is that damn?
God damn.
Valiant Comics. And then he'll do intern work for over there. But yeah, he's a cool dude. Super cool.
Okay, hey, I guess it's around in my area, so it looks like it's mostly wind.
Oh,
that's gonna be in Sunday. I don't know how the fuck we're pretty inland, so I'm like, okay.
Short stories.
Raging, I'm in near Manhattan Beach. Hey Glenn, hey Brent. Yeah, I'm more near Burbank, the Valley, so it's like, oh yeah, that area.
What? You're gonna go in the water? You serious?
Well, Kevin's like more of a distance away. So like they listed the cities, and one of my cities is located there, but his is not.
Wow. Collector's Paradise.
But I'm like, I'm just going like, really?
Okay.
Do you charge extra? No, I do not. I do not charge extra for my signature. There are certain books that I will that are not mine. Like with my graphic novels, I don't.
Okay.
But if I have something that's limited edition, like Nightmare Theater, that's no longer in print, I've already sold all my copies. So unless I get new copies,
see, that makes sense.
Yeah, like this is no longer in print. So this is my own copy. Nice. Yeah. So I will sign it and sell it for a higher price. But if it's something like, Demon Bitch, I'm not going to do that. That's kind of fucked. But the thing is that because I have a store on Amazon, but in Amazon, they will just give it to you directly. It never touches my hand, so I do not sign it. But on my store, I offer signed copies of the books. So I will ship those to you. I will sign and ship it. It's not anything extra other than shipping and handling. So.
Okay. I'm going to ask.
Taxes.
Okay. This was a question from a while ago. I have like 30 started questions. Pancakes or waffles?
I like waffles.
I also like the waffles.
They sit in your stomach better. Like sometimes if you're kind of not in that mood, pancakes are a bit taxing on the stomach.
They can get kind of heavy too. Like a lot of syrup heavy wise. Okay.
Like I've tried corn pancakes and they were tasty. I'm not saying pancakes suck, but yeah, they're heavy. It's like,
Oh. What instrument, air drums or guitar or air cello, is your go-to? It's an interesting question.
I think maybe air drums and air cello.
Interesting.
I think of Weezer, El Scorcho, where the first line where he says, "God damn you, half Japanese girls, do it to me every damn time." Oh, the redhead said you shred the cello, and I'm Jello, baby. Yeah, that's when I think about that. Now I got to hear that song because it's gonna be in my head now.
Amazing. Good question, Phil, because Phil also has a horde of cats. He has a horde of minion evil cats. He wants to know what's the perfect number of cats to live with.
With my house and how it's configured, 2.
2?
Yeah. Excuse me. Had to sneeze. 2, because they kick the shit out of each other sometimes and smell each other's buttholes. Like the black one will smell the ginger one's asshole all the time, and I don't know why. She'll just get in this look and she'll like fucking mine for gold up in there. And then he'll like sometimes grab her by the neck and bite her, like on the scruff, and she'll get pissed at him and they'll start hitting each other. And I mean, it doesn't get into a knockdown, drag out fight, but it's just they'll just hit each other and you're like they'll run away. I'm like, okay.
Holy crap! You have 6? Whoa!
Oh, that's a lot of cats.
I don't think I could do 6 cats. 1, 2, maybe 6. Wow.
Yeah, they all have to have their own space.
Wow. Oh, here's a question.
LA Con or Long Beach? Right now, I do not have any confirmation for Long Beach, but I will be at LA Comic Con. That I do have to confirmation.
Perfect.
I am there. So, yeah, just check on my link tree because I do have appearances and also on my main website in there. I mean, it's HoraToraStudios.com, but I have a main website actually. And under appearances, either on the link tree and or on the website, you will see my appearances update.
Yes, it's all linked down below, so I will go there. But I'm gonna actually pull it up in a minute, and we can go check out some of your work and stuff. Let's ask this one by JD real quick, and then I'll go there, and then we'll pop back and ask more of these questions. But
I did see that
how much?
earlier.
Yeah, how much time do you put into your stupid sketches?
Well, it depends. It depends on what I'm doing.
Okay.
Some sketches I'm just kind of in the mode, and I work fast.
Yeah.
So I can work from a period of 10 to 15 minutes to like a half an hour.
Okay.
But it depends on how intricate. Like obviously this took a little bit longer, and Carnage took a little bit less. But then it's also the character too, because Poison Ivy, I was trying to figure out what her design was.
Yeah.
Like I saw a lot of iterations of Poison Ivy, and I think what I'm going to use the stupid sketches for is like to practice mainstream characters. Like I started off doing indie stuff, but you know, I just figured I'd just get my hand on regular characters. And with Carnage, it's like he's easy to draw. Like I don't want to say easy like he sucks, but it's kind of like with the Venom or the Symbiote series, they're kind of easy to play with because they have a form like a human form, but it's not like a skeletal form because they're still kind of liquid. So you can have Venom like actually have the jaw, but his teeth can be mismatched and all that because it'll make sense because he's just fluid on top of Eddie Brock or whoever he possesses. Same thing with Carnage, but Carnage I've seen drawn more spiky because he's more homicidal.
Yeah.
Venom is more just kind of violent, but he's kind of a brawler, but he has ethics.
Yeah.
But with Carnage, since he merged with a serial killer, there you go.
Yeah. Plus, it's also I like the teeth that they got going on, and then also kind of like goopy at the same time.
Well, it's like Carnage is supposed to be blood. Like I mean, they're all supposed to be kind of liquid, but I kind of see as I would see Venom as more of like liquid rubber or silicone before it cures or when it's about to cure. But with Carnage, he's blood.
Also, this is facts. Rude.
Yes.
Be wearing some amazing stuff there. The outfits that you wore to San Diego were just pure fire. So kudos to you.
Thank you. I wore a corset and everything. It's like it's actually comfortable.
Yeah.
But the only thing about a corset, if you wear a liner, sometimes the liner it doesn't help the itching or anything because it chafes after a while. You're like, fuck, you know.
But yes, like, amazing outfits. All right, let me go and I'm going to highlight your website real quick, and we can go and talk about some of this for a while. Oh man, is this the one? Yes, allow. All right, so this is going to take me to your store here. Yeah, so let me take you to your store. Let's go over your store real quick.
Right.
Cool. Okay, so you got some 5x7 prints. You got, so you can buy some of your books on here as well as on Amazon. But if you buy here, you probably get them signed or all that fun stuff.
I do get them signed. I do sign them and write rude shit in there. So when you buy them from me, like you always get it signed. The books you will always get signed. Yeah.
And we buy it just for the rude shits. Just saying.
I always personalize it, and the thing is on Amazon, it's just print direct. So you'll just get the printed book. You won't get the signature, but I don't charge extra for my signatures for those books because they're always still in print.
Oh, that's cool. You got Godzilla versus King Kong. I am a sucker.
Yeah, I drew that shitty. Shitty.
I adore shitty, weird Godzilla stuff. I've got on a rampage. I've probably got about 5 books next to me that are just Godzilla.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that like any of the pictures that I put up on there, like in drawings, for the most part, you can order them as a custom print, and there's different sizes up there. So just as a heads up, guys. Yeah. And I'll sign them too. And I'll ship them. It'll take about a couple weeks or a few weeks, depending on how fast the print gets it to me. Cool. And then I'll sign it and then I send it off.
Oh, cool. And you have some tarot decks? Those are nice.
Yeah, Shitty Tarot. Shitty Tarot is basically a Norman style deck. and it's essentially like playing card size. And essentially, it's like all the major arcana in the tarot. That's kind of what Lenormand is, but it's actually from Marie de Lenormand.
Let's see. Look at this glitter pin. Crystal, if there's ever a pin that you needed more in your life, it would be this.
Kothic 19.
Kothic 19. That's great.
I was bored. That was during the time when we were all locked down. So I just like, oh, never trust a big butt and a smile.
Never. This is facts. So this is is this another book, right? Yes. Would you like
That's Sepulchre, yeah.
Yes.
This is about a woman. I just happen to have this one here. But it's about a woman whose husband tries to kill her to marry another woman, but she doesn't die, so she ends up basically wanting to kill him, but she has no voice. And I personally signed this.
Oh, that's cool. That's wow. What a douche.
Yeah. It's funny because my friend was like, oh, like that. Like she just got all, she's like, holy shit. But yeah.
So let's drop some cat knowledge here.
Well, she does it. She's rude. Ink's rude about it. She just shoves her face up his ass, and he doesn't like it. He gets pissed off. He's like,
ow, I kicked my thing. Do you ever do any canvas painting? Ooh.
I've done it in the past. Because of just time and everything, I just do G clay. Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's not on the, there we go. It was on the wrong format. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I actually have more in, so all those numbers lie. The only ones that I'm out of King Diamond the only ones that I'm out of stock is King Diamond right now.
Okay. Wait.
And the prints that are custom are built to order.
Okay. And then you have some down here if you want some of the, where'd it go? Oh my gosh.
Stupid sketches.
Personal
right
monster. There? Yeah, stupid sketches here. So if you want some original art right here, for $30, you can come and get some stupid sketches. It's amazing.
Yeah, and
pretty good deal.
Yeah, I mean, I will warn you, it's not a commission, so you're going to get what you're going to get. So, I will try to make it worth your while. But yeah, I mean, they're not all going to be color. They're just studies and shit. So it's like pencil, ink, whatever.
Nothing wrong with that. That, I don't know what's going on there, but that's Glenn. That's great.
Oh, God.
That's
I don't know. I drew a teratoma.
That's Glenn. that's Glenn. There is no, that's just Glenn. Ooh, a metal print. Nice. You got some fucking fiber. Nice. That's cool. Come in threes. Is this so you got some books on here, and then ooh, what's this?
Stickers, original art. Yeah, stickers, original art. Because it's filtered out by original art or whatever. So these are actually painted or illustrated art.
Ooh.
So some of these are like that, so if it's like a higher price, no, Glenn needs glasses. So it's like, if it's a higher price, it's original art. There's not a replica.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's not a print.
I like that. That's cool. Oh, you can get an 8x11 black and white digital commission. Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. My ass. Sticker. That's
amazing.
That's
shipper. My ass. I bet you my sketches are shittier than yours. I will not go and contest that. Whatever you say.
A silver-plated pendant, which is great, and I love the little belly button there. This is just amazing. I love that you put the tape over the nips, which is just, come on, that's fantastic.
Oh, it's all terrible. Like, it's all terrible.
We haven't even got to Shitbird yet. I don't even know where Shitbird is. I need to find it to show you guys because, oh man. Brawl the Dwarven Cheesecake. Hubba Hubba. That's amazing. It's great. I also like you have a couple of different styles of art, which I really enjoy, which is nice. Just fantastic. The Demon Bitch, though. The Demon Bitch gets me every time. Oh, that's pretty. It's very lovely. Uh-huh. Oh, okay. So what's the difference between? Oh, these are prints. Oh, those are cool.
That's the oracle cards from the shitty. It's from the shitty tarot. It's the oracle cards.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 10 of them, and they're all signed by the original artist.
I am a killing motherfucker queen pimp. Oh, okay, that's amazing. Mm-hmm. This is adorable. It's great. It's fantastic. Vomiting the vajayjay sticker. I think everybody needs a vomiting vajayjay sticker. You got a booger sticker. Wow. Scissor Sister sticker. There you go.
Yeah, that was based off a real life thing. Like somebody just told me to scissor, and I'm like, what?
Of course, somebody there's always somebody at some con or some dumb thing that's like, scissor. Yeah. And there's Shitbird, because you need Shitbird in your lifetime.
Right.
If I click here, do you see this one if I click on here, or is it still stuck on the other page?
That is, I think it's like, that's actually my main site with my portfolio.
Yeah. So yeah, because I'm trying to show the main site. Okay. So is it showing this one? Did it take over my tabs? Did it move my tabs over?
You might have moved your tabs over because you're in the main site. You would actually want to go to the shop.
Okay. Yeah. So this is what I want to show. So this is your other artwork.
Yes.
Which is in your very nice, very cool stuff. Oh, it's so pretty. Like I can see you wearing like every single one of these outfits.
Yeah, pretty much. And there's some of the art that I did that was commissioned.
Okay, very cool. Ooh. Very cool. Now, I think this one is the one with the.
That's the Nightmare Theater. That's just like, excuse me. Ooh, Nightmare Theater. That's the one that's out of print. Yeah.
This right here is this Shitbird right here. The green. Wait.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah.
Yes. So Shitbird reminds me of CJ. He's like, you stole my look, you asshole. Yeah. So he reminds me of CJ. I don't know why. He just does. He's pointing the fingers, and he's all just angry. Yeah, that just reminds me of CJ. I've seen your sketches. I don't know, but I've seen your sketches.
I have no thanks. Looks like, yeah, people tell me that too. I kind of saw like the characters for that show, but I never watched it. So I win. And all the prints are like standard size, so nothing should be irregularly sized.
Nice.
I just did my research. I just asked them to send, samples. And I did deliberate on it, but it's like I settled on KDP because it just seemed the most centralized, and I could print on it on demand and not, because I know people go like, well, you could just order 1,000 for a flat. And I'm like, I know, but the amount of shit it takes up in my house, I really don't want to deal with it.
Yeah, that's a lot of storage.
Yeah. Or people like rent out a space. It's like, well, why you do that?
No?
Never angry, damn it.
Okay. We have greatest success and then also biggest failure so far in your career.
Oh God, my biggest failure is I tried to draw mainstream comics, and that was shitty. Like I tried just for the hell of it, and it was like, I prefer monitor tablets because it's easier on me, on my neck and everything. But when I did these, I was drawing and staring at the monitor, and that takes a lot of coordination, and it really hurt actually, because it's like it makes your neck kind of freeze. But I would try to enter into a DC thing that looked awful because I kind of didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then as it went on, I actually started drawing more indie style comics and all that. So it was interesting because at San Diego Comic-Con, I was on a panel with Tim Vigil, Brian Quinn, and then me and my friend Frank Forte. We're like neighbors. So Frank had me be on the Splattergore panel, and we talked about 90s comics like Dead World, Cry for Dawn, aka Angry Christ Comics, aka Serious Comics. We talked about Dahmer. We talked about, let's see, there was that, Lady Death, Angry Christ Comics. We did that. And then The Crow. There's The Crow.
Yes.
And then we talked about Dead World. I think I already mentioned that. And so they were there to talk about their Faust omnibus, and we had a chat. But it was funny because when they introduced me, it was weird because the first major success was I got a Ringo Award for 2018. And that was really cool for an anthology. And then when people found out about Demon Bitch, they were cheering their asses off. So there you go.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on a second.
Ew.
Okay. I'm trying to highlight more stuff. Okay. How did I? Okay. Okay, some of these already went through. What happened? Oh, here's good. What was the first professional or paid project you worked on?
Well, I've been a freelancer for a while, where I did double like my job as a graphic designer and illustrator.
Okay.
So that's not that far. So I basically almost 20 years ago, that was my first professional paid job. They were just like characters and stuff like that. But I think for comics, I would say probably about 2015, 2016, that kind of area. It was like I was hired by a lot of writers to do different things in different comics and shit. And I draw them out and they'd approve it. And there you go.
Okay.
I would say James Kelly was one of my first clients for comics, but I've had other people like Jason Silpasky. He did a good He did a good zombie story, so I drew that. I'm trying to think of other ones. Shipper's, yeah, Shipper's that obnoxious fucker that just calls attention to themselves all the time. Now, Demon Bitch is that, but Shipper kind of has slightly more intelligence, just by this much. But they're usually obnoxious asshole like. Shipper runs around screaming that she's autistic because nobody likes her. People are like, holy shit. Yes. I've met both. I get along with most artists. Most artists are pretty cool and laid back. But there are some artists that do the dick measuring contest. I do believe that. It really depends. I mean, most artists, like 99.9% of artists, are good at what they do, and they're pretty cool. Like, we hang out and we do that. But there are some artists that are kind of stupid shit material, like, especially if they're not very good. And I don't want to say that to. It's not because I disagree with them, but the ones that aren't very good are usually the ones that have the most problems. Like, they're the most, like, they'll basically, yeah, like, without being asked if you're drawing and they said, oh, do you want some suggestions for that? It's like, no, fucker, I don't, I'm just showing you my artwork. Like, they don't, they're very rude. They're very shitty. They usually generally do not have a lot of talent. I know there's some artists that are talked about being arrogant, but they're very good. So I don't know if that's out of jealousy or whatever, but most artists that I've met are just really kind of cool. And, we're just laid back. We just say, hey, look at this. Oh, yeah, that's cool, or whatever. But as I said, it's kind of weird because the artists or will collaborate or whatever. So it's not, as I said, the ones that do the dick measuring are usually the dickheads. They're the ones not with a lot of talent.
I can see that. I see a lot of, especially like the younger, less experienced ones, when you go to a con, kind of treat you way different than some of the people that have been in the industry for a long time. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah, happening. It's just as I said, it's very, very few and far between have I run into dick measuring assholes. There are some artists though that are very talented, and they'll go online and start flame wars, and I'm cool with them, but it's like, don't do that, please. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah, I don't really get behind any of that stuff. I'm not for that. Good question, Barb.
I think that, I just would take care of myself, but if they bothered me, I would go and basically kill them. And this is zombies, by the way. So, I mean, usually it's like, it's like, I think for me, it's like, I don't need to, it's like, I'm kind of the person of like, don't bother me. Don't bother me. Don't fuck with me. Just leave me alone. I don't mess with you. You don't mess with me. But the moment you do that, I have a problem. And it's like, I don't want to go into this, like, also like chest pounding silverback shit, but it's just like, I don't like being bothered. So just don't bother me. That's just how I am. And if they start bothering me, then I'll deal with it.
CJ here says he always tells his artist friends what to do, even though his work is shittier than theirs. It's good for them.
You do have to be kind of careful of that. Here's the reason why. I found out, because I was taught in art school to critique things, and especially other artists. But I found out that you kind of have to go about it differently. Sometimes artists just want to show you, and I've been here too, they just want to show you what they've done and say, hey, I find this pretty cool. And they're just fucking with it or whatever. They just want to draw it. They don't feel like 24/7, I'm improving school and all this other shit. But at the same time, I mean, if they ask, I generally don't do critiques, just because they're just trying to enjoy it or to relax or just to kind of process whatever it is in their brain. If they ask me like, hey, what do you think of this? And I say, oh, it's pretty good, but you know what I would recommend is A, B, and C. Like, so unless I'm explicitly being asked, I just don't. And it's not hurting feelings. It's just sometimes not everybody's in the mode of, oh, I got to go and do this to study or something. They're just probably drawing to draw. Like, and I think artists need a certain space for that, I think, or else they're going to not like it.
Hey, Sergio. Hey, Big
Sergio.
B. Hello. This is a good question because I know it comes up a little bit every now and then, but has this ever happened to you? Or do you think has being a woman ever given you an advantage or a disadvantage in the business?
I don't know. Just being me is fine. It's advantage enough. And it sounds cocky, but I never really think about being a woman in the business. And that might sound weird to people, but it's like, it's who I am, or one of the things of what I am. I kind of don't give a fuck. So maybe I'm not the person to ask. And if somebody, like, I've had people like try to test me being a woman. I've been sexually harassed, unfortunately. And I have been assaulted, but usually the ones that were meaner to me, if at all. Women were meaner to me about being sexually harassed. I have been sexually harassed by men, but what I mean by being meaner to me and sexual harassed, they would basically tell me I deserved it or whatever, or negate it, which was really kind of fucked up. Yeah, women. This is women.
That's so wrong.
I mean, there were men that would harass me, but it's actually very far and few between. I think maybe it's just I just kind of don't give a shit. I just do what I do. I don't really think I'm a woman in this industry, so I don't blah blah blah. I mean, the only time I ever really think about it is that if in terms of being sexually harassed or being attacked, specifically being a woman. But otherwise I don't really think about it. I mean, some people say, well, I changed my name to an androgynous name because women can't succeed. I'm like, it was by another woman. I'm like looking at them like, okay, but you can tell by my name I'm a girl and nobody gives a fuck. They seem to like it. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm the right person to ask, but I would say I kind of don't give a shit half the time.
I would say that I'm the same. Like, I don't really see myself as a lady or a woman. I consider myself, I'm just here.
I just do stuff.
Cause some shit, doing stuff. I would say more dude than anything.
I think it's just I don't really go around with something to prove. I just draw a comic and I think it's fucking funny. And it's like, I want to make my living and make a good fucking living and possibly make a lot of money out of it and be known for it. It kind of sucks because it's like there's this double standard. Men don't get harassed, but they can get harassed. I think essentially if a person tells you to stop, fucking do it. Like, just end of story. Like, if they're not happy with what you're doing, I think you need to be vocal about it. Say, I don't appreciate that. But like, don't try to go and rake them across the coals online on Twitter. Just say, hey, cut it out. I'm not amused. So K Peenie is a dude for sure.
Yeah, thanks, P Weenie. Yes,
P Weenie. Yeah, but I mean that's the thing. So it's like it's thankfully I've never really had to really think about it. But it's like, well, I'm a girl and I do shit in comics, and that's what I just focus on. I mean, I kind of did well enough on my own. I did well enough on my own. So it's sort of like I'm not trying to shit on like fans and shit, but it's like that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
I just create.
Good. That's good. I like this cat.
Mm-hmm.
Right, I'm gonna just leave that right there.
It's somewhere in my fucking sketchbooks. Like, how are you, baby? Yeah, that tends to happen.
Ooh.
I heard Neil Adams was famous for that. Actually, one of the artists that I know, she said that the art school she went to, it was kind of a rite of passage for Neil Adams to tear apart your shit. So they would kind of dare each other to go to Neil Adams, have him take a look at their portfolio and see what he'd say. And Neil Adams, I mean, again, I met him a few times. He kind of lived in my area. It was funny because when he passed away, people were like, oh, you knew him. I said, well, I met him a few times. I mean, I wasn't like a close friend of the family. I had a few conversations with him. He seemed pretty cool. And they said, like, so you knew Neil Adams. I said, I didn't really fucking know him that well. But my impression of Neil Adams is that, you know, if he liked you, he liked you. But if he didn't, he would let you know. And, you know, he's just very opinionated. That dude was very opinionated. And there's nothing wrong with that. But yeah, I mean, apparently, you know, when they were dared to do that, I mean, with that person, he was actually kind of pleasant. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of like, whatever.
This is a good question. Considering, is there anything too taboo to work?
Two words, child porn.
Yes. Yes. I'd say that's the number one thing that people say that they do not want to do, or anything sexual assault wise. They don't want to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, child porn, no.
Yeah, no.
I mean, yes. As I said, if it's part of a story and it's implied, but anything super fucking graphic, it's just something I don't think I would want to do. You know, if it's part of a story, like if it's about abuse and it's a fucked up thing about abuse, and again, I'm not trying to advocate child porn. Okay, I'm just saying, like, there is like a description, I think, of one guy. I think he went up to the preacher and he just sold his soul to the devil, and it kind of shows him assaulting a kid, but it's not like super graphic, but it's enough that you know that he did something. This priest did something bad to the kid, and then the priest kills himself, and so that's part of the story. So that's what I mean. Yes, I am. I'm Korean.
Oh, he's also Korean. Also
really? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Where's he from?
Yes. No, where are you from? In right now, he's going back and forth from like the DC area to like Seattle-ish area. But where are you from in South Korea? Because he was actually from South Korea and came here.
Oh, interesting. I'm just wondering if he's from Seoul, because it seems like a lot of Koreans that I've run into from South Korea is from Seoul. My parents are from Seoul, so. Yeah, I mean, I've heard some things about Eric Larson. I mean, he's a very interesting individual, to say for the least. He did kind of do a cover of Savage Dragon, which is kind of iffy. Like, it looked like a 14-year-old girl in like bondage gear in the front, and I didn't get into that. But I remember seeing that in kayfabe. You know, like they were discussing that in kayfabe, and I said that's a little weird. But, I mean, I get what he was trying to do, probably, but I haven't followed Savage Dragon in a while. Onon Suyo. So is this Seoul? So he's from Seoul? Oh no, Incheon. Incheon. Oh, Incheon. Okay. Nice. Isn't that near? Isn't that in Seoul? Like, it's an area in Seoul. I think Incheon is in Seoul, but I could be fucking wrong. Probably getting that confused because I think I had an aunt that lives in Gangnam. Hey all.
Hey,
Gangnam.
My ex was actually born on the military base in South Korea.
Oh wow. Yeah. Was he Korean or just he was white?
He was half Korean, half non-Korean. Half Korean, half non-Korean. But I actually have an older brother that's half Korean, half German. So it's been around my family.
Hey, you know, there you go. Hey all. I like Savage Dragon. I don't have a problem with Savage Dragon. I just haven't followed it in a long ass time.
Also, Glenn, I'm trying to star as many questions as possible in the star thing. So I'm seeing your questions. I'm just trying to highlight as I'm going, because like if I highlight one, then it goes bloop, and then I miss a whole bunch of stuff. So if I'm missing anything, sorry. Just give me a second. I'll be right back. Also, hey, how are you doing?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I've never met the guy personally, so I just hear stories about him, but I don't really, I take it for what it is. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like Incheon. I think I've been in Incheon, but I couldn't remember because there's Incheon Airport, and that sometimes I get confused with Seoul International because I think they're side. K-pop does not have a trademark.
This is true. No, TM is one of the members in our community that usually mods a chat for somebody. So yeah, I'm doing it all by myself. Look at that. I'm flipping it up and down. I'm doing a thing. We're highlighting things. Yeah, it's, you know, it's me, and I got Christie here, and we're doing our best. So let me go back.
That, man.
It happens. So here's Glenn's question. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you? Yikes.
I will say the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me was recovering from recovering from fucking my surgery. I had a pancreatic tumor 6 inches big, and they had to reroute my digestive system. They removed the tumor, they stuck it on the end of my small intestine. They yanked it up. They cut my lower intestine, they cut the smaller half of my stomach, the second half of my stomach. They put it on the side. They removed my gallbladder, and they hooked up my bile duct on the side. And if people want to know what it's like to recover from that, imagining how not to digest or crap normally, and for about a year or two. And number two, your digestive system is relearning itself. Now you can imagine all sorts of things. Number three, right after the operation, after they did all this shit, they told me I had to get up and walk, and I couldn't eat until I farted. So that's probably pretty embarrassing. So there you go.
That's a hard thing to deal with. My mom, she also had colon cancer, and she had to have a lot of like her appendix and a lot of her stuff removed as well. So it's yes, I know a lot what that's like. I've seen people go through that. Yes.
Yeah, it's like weird after they fuck with your guts. You're not normal for about a year or two. The third year you actually kind of normalize, but it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Also, when you go get your colonoscopy, they don't let you leave until you fart. So that's.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah. I know that you can have accidents per se. Oh, here's my noodle fuck. Here, Spam. Here's my ramen noodle fuck.
Ramen noodle fuck. All right, here. Let me stop sharing this, and then we can go back to. Oh, there we are. Hi. Here's your kitty.
Fuck.
Yes, and I'm very sorry to hear that. And Glenn says he's all, and that's awful. He's sorry. But I am very glad that you have recovered from that. So,
well, it was basically a precancerous tumor, because 90-some-odd% when they find it, it's usually cancerous, but for some reason it wasn't. So there you go.
Well, I'm glad they found it very early, because that could have been hazardous, way worse if they found it later on.
It was 3 to 5 years. It basically, it was the 3 to 5% that it wasn't.
Okay.
Yeah. But see how he's a ramen noodle fuck right here? He's a nice boy. Let's look at it.
Yeah, his striping from here does look like a pack of ramen.
Yeah, my ramen noodle fuck. And he's kind of skinny too. He does eat. Really, damn it, I can't fart on command. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what happens is when you go to get your colonoscopy, they pump you up full of air. So you kind of are already full of air. It just kind of just happens. You're kind of full of air and lube, and it just kind of happens.
Yeah, it's recommended that you wear a diaper right here because of leakage. And plus, they make you drink this awful shit. I've had my mom. Yeah, the prep is pretty bad. Like, I kind of had to. Oh, God, you sneezed on me, sick bitch. So anyway, but like the thing is that, yeah, pretty much. But the thing is that like I kind of had to go through that because they had to clean me out, and I had to drink that shit. So I had to kind of do that prep work. So when my mom had to get it done, I was totally sympathetic. It's kind of miserable.
It's the worst. And then you can get the cherry or lemon stuff to go along with it to help you. But no, it's the most vile. It's awful. I don't wish to do that again.
Well, it's like after you drink that, you're gonna shart at some point.
Oh,
so it's just better to get a diaper just for accidents. Oh, he's drooling. God.
Oh no, Kitty. He's very comfortable. Kitty's having his time of his life.
Yeah.
Okay, we can ask a couple more questions. You've got question from Biggie Shack. Do you think any artist is overrated?
Ooh. Oh God, these are very, very uncomfortable check-ins. Okay, I will defer to my first question. The artists that are usually assholes, they're usually very overrated. The obvious assholes. So if you weren't here earlier, some people were asking me, do you think artists do a dick swinging contest, or are they pretty cool? My response, if you were not here, was overall I found most artists to be pretty cool and pretty relaxing and pretty nice to hang out with, and we laugh and joke. However, there are some artists who are mean and shitty to people, and they talk down to people, and usually those are the artists that I find whose work is very subpar to their criticism. So I hope that answers it. So it's like this. I know people going, oh, like, for example, like, oh, Frank Cho or this guy, he's a fucking ass. I don't know Frank Cho. Okay. I'm just throwing out an example, but I don't know him. I've never met him. And if he was a dick to me, I really wouldn't talk about it.
Yeah.
I kind of don't like doing that because I'm the president of the Comic Art Professional Society. And if I don't really need to get into it with anybody, also, I mean, people say, "Oh, you're demon bitch. You get into it with people." I said, "I really don't, to be honest." It's like, I don't like doing that to people. It's like I don't like getting into fights with people.
Yeah.
It's just usually when I do shit about demon bitch is when that person has been so egregious or people have been so egregious it gets fucking annoying. And I just said, "Fuck them," and just like kick them out. So I don't know. I'm kind of at this point now where I am just like, unless if they're a real problem, I don't need to mention it.
Takes. Oh.
Yeah, some of them are dicks, but it's like the ones that are dicks are usually not very good artists. Like they cheat. Like
Sometimes
there's been a couple.
they talk a lot of bark for their Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold on. People messaging me. Hold on.
Oh, it's okay. I've been looking at that shit too.
Yeah, 1 second. Trying to catch up with like 90,000 messages.
I hear you.
Because it has, holy shit, it's been almost 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
I'd say, oh man, now I forgot what I was gonna say. Damn it. Oh well, fuck it. Let's move on to another. Damn, what did I? This is also a good question. Do you carry a can of air freshener at the cons for the BO and funk surrounding you?
I really don't. I mean, usually most people, like, I guess ever since COVID, at least in the West Coast, I think people have kept pretty clean. Also, I suffer from allergies. Like, sometimes I just get hay fever, so I don't smell it. So I'm kind of like whatever about it,
Okay.
I don't really smell anybody really too bad. Only if
well,
you
you
get
probably,
up close.
because you're at a booth, probably don't really go into the funky areas. Like when you're waiting in lines, I'd say that's where the biggest funk would be at.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't really get that experience.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Are you a fan of gimmick covers like foil, chromes, etc.? Are you a fan of numerous variant covers?
I think the thing is, variant covers are very useful. I've seen people sell very well on variant covers. For me, they're not worth it unless like your DC, Marvel, or Image, where you have the means to reproduce a lot of them at a relatively recuperative cost because of the volume you print and the deals you can work out. But the fan of a numerous, it really depends. Like, I think 1 or 2 is fine. But when you start getting like that's all your book is about, it's kind of like I get kind of burned out on it. And for Chrome and all that, it's really what fits the artwork. Some people do it as a gimmick, some people don't. It works with, there's funk trust. I mean, I'm sure there's funk. I mean, I've been around the comic world for a while, either as a customer or as a creative and as an attendee. It's just that I just don't. I don't smell it because like people don't get close up and personal. There are some people that I've hugged. I'm like, oh God, please wear deodorant, but it's not often because I don't really touch the general public that closely.
Yeah.
So it's kind of weird, but somebody that's egregiously, no, there's maybe 1 or 2. Oh, that can
maybe. It's been, well, I don't think we need a couple more 100 questions because, it has been 2 hours. I don't think we need to go another 2 hours.
Right. Let me tolerate better, CJ. I mean, what I can do is I can rub my cat's ass if you buy a book and you can smell that funk from the skull butthole if you want, but I don't think that's.
Yes.
Yeah, she's got a skull butthole.
It still gets me. I like that. Yes. So go check out her website and her store, and please go check out the pre-launch page for the Kickstarter for Demon Bitch.
Yes. And I do retailer samples too. I have many questions that go ahead, man. And also like guys, like even though I'm running a Kickstarter, you can get shit at my store. I'll be happy to ship it out. Yes. In fact, I kind of like I'm going like, yes, please go buy stuff because getting your car fixed sucks. I'm still bleeding from that one.
Oh, yikes. Oh, Rue did have a question that I just seen back here. What's the best villain of all time?
Ooh, I would say the Joker.
The Joker.
I've had him. He has been written to many levels. He can be. I think Alan Moore. I think it was for The Killing Joke.
Yes.
The book. He wrote him to where you wanted to fucking kill him and castrate him and do all these awful things to him. But then you kind of felt sorry for him midway through the book because of the story. And it's like this artful way of how you can go and write him. Like, I think people get really lazy. And even though this is not a villain, but people get really lazy writing Superman. They have to make him emo to be relatable, which is stupid. But they don't really write in character for Superman. So, yeah, so it's like this whole range, but with the Joker, it's amazing because he can be ludicrous to fucking rapey and awful to serial killer and sinister to even almost comical. And it's this wide range of shit. And the Joker is great for that. You could fit him as long as it's like some sort of id-like little fucker. But it's like, I think the Joker is probably one of the more brilliant villains of how he's been written.
Oh,
and
for sure.
Thank you, Real Rude. That's awesome. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, for this.
Yes. Yeah. And but yeah, it's oh yeah. I finished my car. It's not the transmission, it was the braking system. It's like
Sheepit's guy, I don't think goes to California.
Yeah, it's no, this was more specialized. It was I have a Toyota, and the ABS pump and the ABS pressure system were fucked. So it wasn't like, oh, it's just my brakes. No, it was like the central braking system along with the sensors, and ooh, that hurt.
Stuck in my okay. Oh, that stuff.
Thank you for being helpful, though. But yeah, it's just I'm like, go buy shit, buy the stupid sketches, buy them all that you want, because I'm just like, ouch, my ass is bleeding from that. And I'm not joking. It's just like car shit. I know this is kind of like a thing. Please buy my shit, but yes, please buy my shit, because holy shit, it's been crazy. It's just like, that was why I did not do lunch hour for 2 weeks, because of that fucking car, you know.
Oh,
it was
damn
operational.
The car, boo.
Well, it was like I was able to drive around. It's fine, but you don't want to drive it around too much with a fucking fucked up braking system. That's all.
Perfect. Yeah. Hopefully he could. Maybe he did work on your car then. He's from California.
Oh, okay.
Dorks.
CJ wasn't being helpful.
It's a meme. That's a meme. God. He's got a transmission guy, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, transmission, it's easy enough. It's just sometimes with the more specialized shit, you're just like, I mean, ABS braking systems aren't horribly specialized, but it's like specialized to the type of car and the dealership and shit. Hey, what's up?
Yes.
So yeah, and Toyotas, certain things are, ouch. He'll shibbity bibbity her transmission.
Yeah, he has a song about a transmission. The shibbity bibbity guy. Yeah, it's amazing.
He sounds like Quagmire. He sounds like Quagmire, like how he talked about it. There you go.
Yeah, that's funny. That's hilarious. Yes, I could see Journey. Yeah, definitely.
I went to the most. Speaking of Journey, I went to the most fun karaoke last night. It was Formosa Cafe, and the Formosa Cafe is famous. And usually I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever about famous fucking places in LA, because they're usually kind of overhyped and shit. But I went there, and the vibe was cool because it's in West Hollywood. So you get all the theater kids there and shit. So like you're seeing karaoke, and like usually karaoke I kind of tolerate. I've even told my friend Mark, and we met two of his friends over there, and then we're sitting there and we started singing. So it was one of their friends that did it. So it was kind of weird because every karaoke, it's like, yeah, most people are kind of drunk or fucked up and they're just tolerantly waiting until you stop singing your awful fucking song but no, people got fucking into it. And we put it up on my Instagram. Oh,
I'm gonna have to. I call shenanigans on that because when you ask questions, you put Quagmire instead of Q in your questions. So I would say you are a Quagmire.
I thought it was a shibbity bibbity thing.
Shibbity bibbity? Yeah, shibbity bibbity. Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't record everything, but we recorded some samples, and there's some people that like sung musical duets, and they went up on stage and they were like acting it out and shit. And I'm like,
It's amazing.
and everybody fucking got into it. It was crazy.
That's great. That was amazing. We all sang Kiss a Kiss song together last week. So was that last week?
Yeah.
I don't know. I lost all track of all my days, but yeah, we sang that, and then we all sang like 2 songs. Well, that was fun. So yes, here we go. Oh, there's Travis. What's up, Travis?
Hey Travis, how's it going?
Also, yes, pre-launch link right there. Click that and click the notify me of the launch. And that's in about a month now. So September 12th. So September 12th is when that launches on Kickstarter. So hopefully you'll be back when that happens, and then all these buttholes can ask, questions, And
sure, I'll be happy to
back
jump on too. I'll just jump on like maybe a day or two after it does. I realized when I did 9/12, it's like, oh shit, what if I did it on 9/11? That would have been messed up.
Ooh,
like,
yeah,
because I didn't have thought of that, and I'm not saying that to be mocking. It's like, oh shit, 9/12. Oh crap.
Yeah.
Hey.
You didn't think, you just opened your mouth. Yeah, that happens. Yeah. Hey Steve, what's up? Hi.
Team Nerd Herd podcast. I'm trying to remember. I think I remember meeting you. It's just designer kind of passed. That was years ago. Now it's moved to Anaheim for the past few years. So I'm trying to remember.
Wow.
Yeah, it was actually good in Pasadena because the space for it was better. But sometimes in Anaheim, I feel like it gets a little lost. And it's also doesn't sell the stuff that I sell, because it sells like merch and adult collectibles. I don't want to say adult toys because then people think like the other type of shit. But it's like sells the Funkos too, but it sells the more high-end adult collectibles or masks or things like. It's kind of like, I would say, Monster Palooza, except not horror themed.
Ooh, okay, that's cool. Hey Caroline. Yeah. We have a massive Mario Kart group that plays on the weekends.
Right.
Does a lot of shit talking. Yeah. And Phil did just join us today, which is great. He just went out and bought a Switch to play. So yes, hopefully you guys are kicking some ass. Oh, hey Christina, what's up, Christina?
Hey Christina, What's up?
So I hope everybody goes and joins next Wednesday. If you're live or not, just come and join her live stream on the YouTube and say hey. Go do that. Go check out her pre-launch page for the Kickstarter and go, stalk her on the Instagrams and the Twitters and the her page. Go buy her stuffs.
Yeah, and I got car repairs, so I had to pay for that. Yeah, that sucks.
If people want to reach out for you for like a commission, can they also do that?
Yeah, you can reach out to me on my email. Let me actually type it out so you could copy paste it.
Okay.
Oh, you got my emails, right?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, it's Christie.Shinn. Hold on. Let me just do this. Hold on.
Yeah. If you want to paste it, and then I'll paste it in the links, which I will also paste in the description when we're done if you want to do that.
Okay. There you go.
There we go.
Yeah. Just go ahead and email me and just tell me what you want. Commissions, prices range. They have a starting price, but then it's range. And if you have a specific sketch cover that you want, send it to me, and then we'll just pay for it, send it to me, and I'll get it sent to you. If you have any specific requests for a character for the sketch cover, there's on. Yeah, feel free. Yeah, I would love that. So yeah, you can email me that. We can negotiate and talk about it, because I do a wide range of commissions. I do digital to frickin' that. And that would be better than some random person asking me to do a picture of her dog for her daughter. You've probably heard of that scam going around. And she will only pay by personal check and none of the other things. And it's personal, like, oh God. Check.
Remember CODs, cash on delivery? They still do that.
I remember those. You don't really want these freaks to have your email.
It's too late. It's already out there.
Oh, well. Yeah. I have this thing called delete.
You don't have to open an email and just say it.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm kind of aware of phishing shit. It's like how they write things. It's like, oh, it's AI generated, probably the phishing shit. It's like AI generated. Oh, this bullshit. Okay, because it follows a certain pattern. It's like how they talk and shit. Yeah, Chopper. What's Chopper?
Yeah. Chop and drop right here. AKA
okay.
Choppy Chop.
Okay. Hello.
Did you accept Western Union?
Oh, you know what was messed up? Okay, so this is controversial. So there was this artist, I forgot his name, and he had like these illustrations of shit people said. Like he would just walk by and he'd hear people say some shit. So there's
Whoa.
one where this girl, and she's talking to another girl. She says, "Oh yeah, he Venmoed me the abortion money." And my friends and I, we were looking. It was in a gallery, like Gallery Nucleus, and we walked by and we saw that. We just started laughing.
Wow.
It's like he went and Venmoed me the abortion money. We're just like, oh.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, it was bad. It was like, oh fuck, But it was like, I don't know if these were actually like the actual people that were talking, but he would draw it like as a cartoon, like shit people would say, and it'd just be amazing shit, like the weirdest shit ever. But yeah, it was like he was walking by and he heard these two girls talking about it. It was like, oh fuck.
Damn. Rude. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was bad. It's like I just like I think it's just like I have such a fucked up sense of humor because I've just dealt with so much shit. So it's like, yeah. And also I had friends that actually ran Fugly, so it's like back in the 90s. So it's like I really don't have a propensity for much sensitivity on that, I guess.
I think everybody in my chat shares the same sense of humor. we're kind of right up there.
Well, I find this funny because this is the day and age where they scream about bullying and being nice to people and blah, 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 and blah, 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 and all this. And I find that they're the first fucking people to like go on a girl's Instagram, and if she's kind of heavy, they give her shit about being fat. They're the first people that do that shit. It's really fucking, like, it's amazing to me, like the level of cognitive dissonance, I think, that dissonance that people have about that.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, you're lecturing everybody to be nice to people, but then you're going on some random person's like Instagram that fucking has nothing to do with you and you're fucking yelling at them. Okay, good.
I think people just like to yell at people for no reason, and they'll just find people just to do that because that happens for no reason.
Yeah, I don't. I think that shit is stupid. Personally,
It is
I don't
extremely
understand why people do
stupid. There is no reason for that, but people do
that.
it.
It was. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Okay, we're at the 2-hour mark. Let's end this stuff and get out of here. So 1, we could go in the bathroom. 2, we could probably go eat something, and 2, we could take a break. But thank you guys for joining us, and thank you for coming on and sharing all your artsy questions and lovely personality, and you're adorable, and I enjoy talking to you.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you have me on again. Well, before
Definitely
at the early part of my Kickstarter. So.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we can work something on. I'm starting to do September and October now, so yeah, we can definitely pick a time slot for you and come on here when that's launched. So yay.
Yes.
So thank you guys definitely for coming in here, and let's get out of here. Also, Biggie Shack is on right now with Collector Club. House of Nerd is on right now. He's got a lovely artist on there. Go check him out. And later on, the Low Grades will be live. So go check all of them out. Go have fun. Go watch Peeps. And go check Christie out Wednesday on her live stream. Bye, guys. Bye.